Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today we're going to be playing some Worms. I know a lot of people have been really wanting me to play Worms. We're finally going to be playing Worms. I've always really liked Worms. I think Worms, ever since I started playing them back in 7's era, I really vibed with the deck and I always thought it was really cool. I really like the aesthetic, I really like the gameplay. It's not perfect by any stretch, right? The deck can struggle in some matchups, but it's really cool. And with the new tools it got, it does feel like it is in a really good spot in the meta. And especially with the new hits we've just had to the 3 top dogs, Worms is looking really tasty. On top of that, we also have a couple of other little bits and bobs. We did have a couple of minor leaks. We do have a new speed box coming out soon. We do have some tournament results, I guess, to go over. So, like, there's a little bit of everything. So, first things first, let's see who is in the chat. We have Ninjetti Ursus. Welcome on in, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. We have the Dr. Alex. Hello. We have a human Portuguese dub fan with the high people. Hello, my friend. We have Barox. Good afternoon, Mr. Dinosaur Wing. Unfortunately, we will not be playing Capture Monsters today. And we will also not be playing our speed account, which has the Dinosaur Wing icon. So that is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. We had Gunkin Suship Shari subscribe for 7 months. As always, Gunkin Suship Shari is one of our most amazing viewers, one of the best members of the community. So always is a pleasure, my friend. Thank you. We have Whistling Bird, our most recent Rush Duel tournament champion in the chat. It is him, Mr. Tomato. I mean, at this point, right, you deserve more prestige than I, as well as one of the Rush rivals. Gale Fangs in the chat. Good morning, my friend. We have Hidden Bankai, Yapping Session inbound, as always. Hi, Tomato. Hello. Is today a capsule day? No, today is not a capsule day. So, capsule was a bit of a weird one. We're going to talk about this a little bit later on, but I'm not sure what to do with the Sunday stream. So, whenever we have new product, and we're technically still in new product territory, we always use Sunday to play the new product, right? But whenever there's not new product, Sunday is typically the overflow day, or it's the day where we play a non-Duel Links game, right? And that has been Capsule Monsters up until this point, but Capsule Monsters is getting very grindy. And I don't know that it is going to be an ideal stream game, so I'm thinking about ending Capsule Monsters. Like, what I might do is, like, maybe record the interesting bits and cut out all of the grinding, and then just basically have that available if people want that. Other than that, there's like a couple of different options we can do. So for example, there's still the rest of the Early Days collection. I still really want to play through, what is it, the Sacred Cards. I want to play through Reshef of Destruction. There's Dungeon Dice Monsters. There is a lot of stuff that I would like to play. On top of that, there are a lot of other like RPGs that I'm really getting into. Just yesterday, when it turned out I knew I couldn't make it to Hikari's tournament, we did end up playing Claire Obscure, which is really cool. I'm really enjoying that. I've only played a little bit. We're still in like the intro to that game, but so far, really enjoying it. And I'm really like a massive like JRPG / like turn-based RPG fan. So there's that. There's also like some other stuff, like Oblivion just got remastered, right? I've never played Oblivion. Skyrim was my first Bethesda game. Yeah, I think I went Skyrim, then I went back and played Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, then Fallout 4, Fallout 76, etc. But I've never played Oblivion, so I think playing Oblivion for the first time could be really cool. And the other thing I want to do is go back and do another run of Baldur's Gate 3. The issue is, all of these non-Yu-Gi-Oh games are like massive RPGs, so these are like really long investments, right? So there's that. But that was quite a big off-topic, but we've gone over to that. Wormato, exactly. Kim Friends in the chat. Legacy Duel, so garbage. Before it was pretty good. Why come back to DM World? I think Legacy Duels can be really cool. But again, this is something we're going to talk about in a minute. But so far, every time I see anyone talking about Legacy Duels, it's about like FTKs and cringe strategies. So it's like, why? Let's demolish the competition and pave a path to victory with Bob the Bill Dragon. I mean, that's how it should be, right? That's how it should be. Tournament results, he guesses. Aren't those games grindy as well? So, not in the same way. So, the issue with Capture Monsters is that it is every, like, 5 steps, you can just get into an encounter that lasts a long time. Like, even if you're at an appropriate power level and even if everything goes right, a single capture monster like battle can take like a minute, maybe 2, which is like a long time to get constant battles. And as far as I'm aware, every new world we get to, the chance of encounter goes up and up and up and up. And the defense of the monsters are going to go up and up and up, which means they're going to take longer to do, which means it's just going to take longer and longer and longer and longer of just like a lot of nothing happening, right? So that's the logic. At least with all those other games, like, there isn't really grinding in Baldur's Gate because you don't get random encounters. You just do the encounters that are in front of you, right? So, and Clair Obscure is kind of the same thing. I don't really know about Oblivion, but if it's anything like Skyrim, again, Skyrim isn't really a grindy game. There's just a lot to do in the game, right? Stall and Burn so stupid. Yes, I agree. I think Stall and Burn, like, they have their place. The issue is when they're, like, over the top, right? Like, Stall is fine if it's not like a floodgate and if it's not like a lingering defensive effect. But like, it's like, is Mirror Force a stall card? Like, arguably no, but like, you could make the argument that it like stalls the game a turn, right? And in the same way, when you look at things like Rush, stall cards in Rush is like negate attack as a stall card, which is like, I mean, technically true, but like, it's not the same as like a Wabaku type effect. It's not the same as like a Gravity Bind or a Mystic Mine, right? They're very different, like, there's different flavors of stall, I guess. But yeah, Burn, again, I think Burn is cool when it is a supplementary strategy to an aggressive play. So back in the day when I used to play, like physical TCG, there was a deck called Blackburn, which played, like, Stealth Bird, it played Des Koala, but it also played, like, Caius, and the rest of the deck was just, like, Monarch aggro. So, like, it had Burn in it, but it wasn't a Burn deck. And in the same way, there's things like Red Boot in Rush, which technically does burn your opponent, but it's not a burn deck. It's just a deck that does some burn damage, right? I like those kind of strategies personally. It can't be worse than Matari and Gaia Hell, surely. I mean, hello Hikari, welcome. What we're actually going to do is, before we forget, we're going to do a / shout out. Because I don't think we've ever given Whistling Bird a shout out. So we're going to give Whistling Bird a shout out. Especially, well, if we can actually spell the name. Shout out. Whistling. We got the name wrong. Whistling Bird. Bam, there we go. And we've got to remember to give out other shout outs as we go. Because that's one thing we're really, really bad at. We also need to give Valley a shout out as well. Because we haven't given Valley a shout out. We'll give Valley the next one because we haven't given him one. We've given Hikari like 30 shout outs. So we'll give Hikari the one last. But we won't forget. I am being shouted at. Exactly. That's how this goes. Hello, Vali. I meant Sacred Cards are being grindy. Sacred Cards isn't grindy, but Rashef of Destruction is. But because of the way so I've already finished Rashef of Destruction before, just so we're clear. This wouldn't be like a fresh playthrough. I know when the game gets grindy. Like, the very, very start is grindy, so I would do that off stream, and then we'd jump in after the first grinding session. And then, like, right towards the, like, end / mid game, there's, like, another big grindy bit, and I would do that off stream as well, right? That would be the logic, so I just wouldn't have to have you guys experience the grind. I talk about Legacy Duel, or the Burn and Stall. I mean, yeah, but in general, I think Burn and Stall aren't particularly exciting, right? Just as a concept in general. Like, people don't really like getting burned, people don't really like getting stalled, people really don't like getting milled. Looking at you, Hikari. So, you know, there's that kind of thing, right? I have to test the new dragon list since I'm probably the only dragon player on my team from RDC. You're the only How are you the only dragon player? Dragon is like, it's a deck that plagued ladder for so long. It was absolutely everywhere. The deck is really easy to play, and building the deck was so easy. The only hard part was getting the Dragia stars, and they gave one out for free. So, like, I feel like just everyone should have dragon. Everyone should know how to play dragon. But at the same time, only a very small number of people have like gone out of their way to really master dragons, and I think Hikari is one of those people. Is that Elmaz in the chat? Just make a shout-out command to tell your mods. We don't have mods here. Don't be silly. We don't need mods here for that kind of command, and you can shout out everyone. Yeah, we do have some shout-outs, but like they're for like very specific people. So I need to go through and like update that. I'm just very lazy. Is what it really is. We're not many people, and they are not meta slave, unlike me. I mean, who was on your team, Hikari? I'm trying to remember, because you're KOS, right? You're Kings of the Sun. Don't remember who was on Kings of the Sun. Let me have a look quick. So you have Erdal, Xeno, Homie Mask is a player that plays a bunch of different stuff, right? He plays basically the meta. Hilarious complaining about milling, yet he plays Dark Galaxy. Well, first off, I don't really play Dark Galaxy. I'm not really a big Dark Galaxy player. Second off, Dark Galaxy mills themselves rather than like milling other people. So it's just like, eh. I haven't opened a single pack from the Dragon's build box. I mean, that's absolutely fair. But the thing is, there's like different types of people, right? There are the people that just get every single card, the people that are generally very hardcore about playing the game very competitively. And then you've got kind of like, you know, the people that can pick and choose what they want to get, right? Oh, Hikari plays it. I see. 2 more days until new box. Are you excited, Valley? Are you excited to play with the new box? And what are you most excited for? Is it Exo Sisters? Is it Ancient Gears? You must let me know. Isn't Monosync a mod here? Monosync is actually not a mod here, surprisingly. I don't think we... Our mods, I think, is like my brother and like 3 people that used to be here but aren't here anymore. Like people that were here before we were streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't think we literally have like any mods there at all. I've been liking Harpies in Legacy builds. Nice. I meant Hikari, autocorrect happened. That's fair. That is absolutely fair. Yes. I mean, Hikari is very much a Santa player now, right? She got third place? Third place for Santa? So Santa stonks. So just, they're going up. Well, this Hikari girl started milling others now. Unbelievable. I know, it's incredible. But what we should do is go and jump into some of the yappier stuff that we're going to be talking about. I guess the first things we'll do is just go over the leaks quick, because then we can catch up and get to all the different conversation topics we've been jumping around with. So we do have the rerun event for Soulburner, giving us Burning Draw and Salamangrate Zebraid X. I've now played against the Salamangrate deck enough that I have like a vibe for how it plays and what it does. I don't know what any of these new cards do at all. If your opponent controls monsters this year, target a link monster your opponent controls, draw cards equal to its link rating. This is just bad, right? Why would you play this? Your opponent isn't necessarily going to have a link monster, unless you can give them a link monster. I don't know why you would play this. Like, side deck it, sort of thing. Once it comes to your graveyard, a Salamangrate link monster you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step. You can special summon 2 level 4 Salamangrates to your graveyard, including this card, but negate their effects, and if you do immediately after this card resolves, XE... Okay, so this is like Turbo Mirage Stalio. Maybe this sees play because they're losing access to their spell card that gave them back loads of resources. I'm not a seasoned Salad player, so I'm not the one to know about this, really. Exo Sisters are gonna exercise all my rush gems. Help. Oh no. I don't like the look of Exo Sisters just because they mess with the graveyard, or they mess with you when you mess with your own graveyard, and I mess with my own graveyard a lot, which makes me like, Stop it, Exo Sisters. Time for yapping. Hello, Corey. Welcome. Damn, I am a bit late again. Ping's not working again. Rip, my friend. Anime comeback. Worms is tier 1 or 2, in your opinion? I would say, right now, Worms are tier 1. But there is caveats. Worms have, like, a couple of really awful matchups that they are just absolutely garbage into. And that might drop them down a little bit. We might, I hate it when this happens, right? I do really hate it when this happens, but I might actually say we might not have a tier 1 deck right now. And I am the biggest, like, I hate it when tier lists do that, because that just means all the tier 2 decks are tier 1. But, like, I feel like we're getting to a stage where so many of, like, the good decks have so many bad matchups that we're entering, like, a real rock, paper, scissors format. I don't know, it's a weird one. Definitely a weird one. Has to be level 4s, Stalio is 3. Oh, what do you make with this then? What's the level 4? Because you have to use this card, right? You summon 2 level 4s, and then you overlay them. What is the Salad level 4, or rank 4? I assume there's something specific you're supposed to use with them. Is it this? We're making Blaze Dragon? So this is Blaze Dragon Turbo. This card will be destroyed by a card effect, attach material from this card instead. During the battle phase, this card has no material quick effect. You can special summon from the extra deck, one Salamangre, Xyz monster, face up, you can choose material, you can use it. I feel like this isn't awful, but also it's not good. Right? Because like you could use this effect to like summon out a Salamangre Xyz, and then immediately use the spell card to send it to the graveyard, and then summon out another. So for example, you could get out like Pyro Phoenix, and then use the spell card to immediately link off Pyro Phoenix for Pyro Phoenix and wipe your opponent's board in the battle phase. But like that seems a little bit gimmicky. Not even Mirage Stelio, it's for the dragon. Also, hi. Hello, Jambo. Welcome, welcome. Picklon Pass is the strongest worm board. I mean, it's not a bad worm board, right? Depending on what the rest of the stuff is, but you know. That also kind of nice, but a bunch of decks are all good, but also have bad matchups. Yes. That's kind of where we're at. Nothing feels... Like, I would say, personally, that Worm feels like the strongest deck, like, in a vacuum. But... it sucks into maximums. Now, you can play around maximums. You can put cards in your deck that deal with maximums to a certain extent. But then your deck feels weaker against not maximums. So, like, it's a weird balancing act where it's like, do you go all in on beating up everything that isn't maximums? Or do you not? And then you also get the flip side of... Worms are really bad into Santa Mill, and Santa Mill does seem to be getting some traction as we'll go over the results in a minute. You can actually have a look at that. But so then we have Superdora. I mean, Superdora's neat. You know, Superdora's, you know, Earth Machines. Everyone loves Earth Machines. We're getting the Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon as well. Very, very powerful monster. The only issue with this card is you kind of want to play this in like a specifically Odd Eyes strategy. But in that deck, this card is still really, really good. When a spell trap card or another monster's effect is activated, quick effect, you can shuffle one face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck into the deck, negate the activation, and destroy it. So this is just a negate for a monster effect or a spell trap effect, which is really, really good. Fenrir Writer's Soul, we didn't know... We thought we'd have this already. I'm not really sure where this is coming out, because we do also have the Insurrection Dragon. In my mind, Insurrection Dragon feels more like a... like, card... not necessarily a card trade. This feels like a ranked reward, right? Insurrection Dragon is what this feels like that. Oh, and there's the ads. We will take a break. We will take a little break for the ads, because we don't want the ad sufferers to miss out. So we will wait for that. Yeah, I guess going back over the cards we've already spoken about. Vortex is just really good, right? Like, it's really good. It makes sense it's limit 1. Ads? I know you don't have ads, Shari. You're a sub. But I know a lot of other people don't like it when ads happen and we get, like, talked over. So we tend to, like, stop the primary subject we're talking about. Which is, like, fine. Fenrir! I mean, Fenrir Red Soul is really cool. Talk about Fenrir? No, we'll talk about Fenrir when everyone comes back. We gotta wait till the ads go away, because although some people will only have like 30 seconds of ads, and some people will have no ads at all, we want to make sure everyone's here when we do talk about it. Superdora is also really cool, right? Detach the material from this card, target one face-up monster on the field, that target's unaffected by card effect except its own until the end of this turn. Like, this is like arguably really frustrating to play against, so I can understand people not wanting to play against it. Metari and everything. You have an updated worm list you are happy with so far. I'm currently playing 31 card list with 4 traps and 1 Galaxy Rush 11. I'm currently playing the 31 that did win Galaxy Rush 11. I have a list that I'm quite happy with at the moment, but it's, you know, it's not perfect yet, right? I've been testing it a little bit and it seemed really good in testing. But yeah, Fenrir Writer's Soul. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, draw a card. Then if your opponent's monster on the field, you can summon a Cyberse monster from your hand face up to your field. So very, very good. The issue is you have to play Sigistate Soul, and Sigistate Soul kind of sucks. So that's kind of a negative. And again, we still don't know where we're getting this. Because again, like we were saying just now, Insurrection Dragon, this feels like a rank reward, right? It's just kind of bad. Place 4 normal monsters from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck in any order. This card gains, you know, up to 2800 attack until the end of this turn, so on your opponent's turn it goes back down to 0, and it cannot be destroyed by traps. This is bad. This is just straight up bad. I don't know why this is a UR. Fenrir Assault is actually really good. So I don't know where we're going to get these cards, but we'll have to wait and see. We've got Almirage. I know a lot of people are very happy for Almirage. Security Gardener. And then the Darkhold Device, which is a card that we had leaked before, but presumably is going to be coming out soon, I guess. Train Best Deck. Hello, Zaki boys. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I personally have always been a big fan of Earth Machine. It just feels like Earth Machine is a bit of a weaker deck that doesn't really do a lot going first. But yes, then we have like the bundles and the sleeves and everything. We've got the skills, which you've already looked at previously. You can play Fenrir with Metarion in the Battle of all Metarions. I mean, I guess you could, but then you'd still have to play Sigistate Soul. That doesn't change Sigistate Soul being bad. And then, like, the card that you summon out is probably just going to be... Well, it depends how many bosses you want to play in the deck, right? If you want to get this out consistently, you're going to want to play 3 Sigistate Soul. And then it's like, well, how many other high levels are you running with this? And then it's like, you have to play Connectodog. So then if you want to play the other one, what, Permalind or whatever it's called, you then have to have 2 more low-level monsters. I don't know. It does feel like it's something interesting to maybe cook with, but I wouldn't expect it to do much. I think realistically, as is, the Metarion is probably going to have more to do in the Spellcaster deck, assuming the skill doesn't get changed. Amrush, finally, my Invoke support. I mean, yeah, this card saw a ton of play in so many different decks. Vanquish Metarion, I never want to see those clowns again. Yeah, the issue we have with Metarion is every single skill that ever comes out in the future really needs to have a line of text in it that says you can't play Metarions in this. So, like, you need to lock the extra, or you need to lock the main, or you need to do something, right? But whenever any skill just doesn't have the line of text on it, it's just going to be like, well, this is now a Metarion deck, and it's just like, come on, man. Like, if you want Metarions to be good, just print good Metarion skills, right? And just let Metarions be their own deck. They don't need to be an engine in everything else, right? Battle for all Battles is fun, though. Right, you can play Metarion and Spellcaster. Yes, 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 yes. I have been called a clown. I think that's the thing. I think what it is people just don't like Metarion being mixed with other things. Metarion on its own is kind of fine, right? Just let Metarion be its own deck. You don't need it to be an engine in everything else. Is Mechabus still limit 1 bundle only? I haven't kept up to speed. I mean, we can have a look, I guess. I mean, Mechabur isn't limit 1, but it might be... How to get it? You get it from a special set. So yeah, it's only from the... You can only have 1 copy of it, but it's not limit 1. So, like, you know. However pedantic that is. SRM Metarion will be tier 1 after Galaxy Trust. I mean, maybe. Maybe. If Metarion buffs SRM, I might have to change my take. Ooh. Oh, a little sneezy. Alright. Next up. History of the Victor. So we kind of already went over these cards, but now we have, like, the actual, like, rarities and everything, so I thought we'd go over this quick. Ancient Gears look really cool. I don't know what the actual Ancient Gear end board looks like at the moment. So I don't know how to feel about it, because it's all well and good to be like, I like Ancient Gears, these cards are really cool. But I'm pretty sure Ancient Gear plays a little bit like Fluffle, in that you need a lot of non-Ancient Gear cards for this deck to work properly, right? So because of that, we might not have access to all the cards we need to make this, like, really good. It's like when you would play... When you think about, like, a really powerful Fluffle end board, you're thinking, like, Appaloosa, you're thinking Toad, you're thinking... I mean, what else are we even thinking? Like, obviously, Cross Sheep was, like, an extender that sometimes ended up on the board. Like, depending on the iteration, it could be VFD. You could have some of the really good Unchained stuff that we don't have access to yet. Like, there's a lot of, like, out-of-archetype stuff, because Fluffle is a going-second OTK deck. So when you go first, you need a lot of out-of-engine stuff, or out-of-archetype stuff. And I feel like Ancient Gears are kind of in a similar boat, where you're going to need a lot of, like, non-Ancient Gear cards to make their turn 1 actually look good. Galaxy has to be the best. Hello, chat. Happy Sunday. Hello, Sakadetsu. Welcome, welcome on in, my friend. Completely missed your first message, but welcome, welcome. My good old list, making 3 Mechaba and overlay 2 into VFD. VFD, unironically as well, was a Fluffle card, which is really funny, because you could quite easily get out 2 level 9s. But, you know, floodgates be floodgating, right? Ancient Gear end board is your opponent at 0. Yeah, but again, that's not a turn 1 end board, right? That's a turn 2 end board. Ancient Gear has every single card they got in Duel Links except the gadget. Yeah, but again, it's one of those things where, like, having all of the Ancient Gear named cards doesn't necessarily mean you have the entire deck. Like, Ancient Gear was actually a strong deck that did see some YCS, like, tops. But it wasn't a pure Ancient Gear deck, realistically, right? It had hand traps, we had a lot of generics, we had, like, the 4 horsemen of the extra deck Apocalypse, right? Mr. Tomato, we have access. We can use the Infinitrack and the other Earth machines. We have basically Dora for protection. Pure Ancient Gear make unaffected fusion monster to survive with Ancient Gear Dragon. The thing is, though, that's all well and good, but even an unaffected fusion monster still gets kaiju'd, right? Like, just making a Towers pass is not always going to just win the game, unfortunately. So I think it seems a bit of a weak strategy to rely on entirely that, but how it's a turn 1 pass, I fear. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about as well. I'm thinking this man's a Rush main. I no trust him. I mean, I have some information, right? I'm even saying I don't know what the end board looks like very deliberately, right? Also, hello, Manicus. Welcome on in. We have basically Dora for protection, right for VFD, exactly. Funny is the best AG cards are on the RN sections. I mean, you know, Dark Golem's cool. You kind of need him for the deck to work. Advance is really good as well. But then there's not a lot of Ancient Gear up here, right? Like, realistically, Duel is fantastic, Statue's good, Commander is fantastic. Is that it for the... yeah, Fusion is a rare because reasons, I guess. We don't talk about Gadgeotron. We don't need him. Then we got, what, Dragon, Tanker. We got Ballista. Ballista's a bit of a weird one as well. Also, we don't talk about Chimera. We don't need Chimera. The continuous trap can fuse on the opponents into another Howlitzer, lol. I mean, it definitely can do. Dark Golem not being dark, my disappointment is immeasurable. I mean, yeah, I think I prefer it to Ultimate Pound, though. Like, the main issue that we've always had with Ancient Gears is they always want to just use Ancient Gear Golem, but Ancient Gear Golem sucks so much that we had to reprint it and basically remake it. Because, right, to be fair, Ancient Gear Golem, we'll just go and look at it. Its artwork is so sick, like, compared to all of the, like, the other Ancient Gear Golems. Like, look at this art, bro. This looks sick. This is, like, the best looking Ancient Gear Golem. And unfortunately, like, Ancient Gear Dark Golem, it doesn't look bad, but it's not this. This is peak art. This is the iconic art. This looks the best. And then Ultimate Pound, I think, looks the worst. I think this looks bad. Like, it's the same card, but, like, this, like, mid-punch animation, or, like, pose just looks so bad. I don't know, man. Not an exceptional turn 1. Ballista help Earth machines. Tanker and Dragon is goated. I mean, that's always a good thing. What y'all looking for? Hello, Dragson. Welcome, welcome. Help me more Ancient Gear support in Rush, please. More Rush exclusive. I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool. They point at you and say, you're already dead. Dark Golem doesn't have the aura. Exactly. Like, Dark Golem is, like, it's fine. But, like, this is peak Golem. This is peak Ancient Gear Golem. We need this art again. But, like, it's not easy just to, like, give us the same art all over again, is it? Unfortunately. Then there's, like, Exorcisters. Exorcisters look cool. I don't have much to say about them. I think they could be annoying to play against. They're a bit of a weird one. And then, like, the Odd Eye stuff. The skill, letting this guy attack directly. I feel like this is going to be the new glue, right? The Odd Eye's Venom is going to be just the new herp dirt, make big guy, click yellow button, attack directly, GG, right? I don't know. We ignore the penned fusion. Hmm. Beyond the Pendulum's good, right? This is a good card. Yeah. Konami is definitely locking Martha on selection box, rip. I mean, probably. It's like the best Exorcista card, right? Again, I'm not like well versed in Exorcistas, so. And then there's like, you know, Grand Sulphur Cord Coolia. Neat. But yeah, overall, if I do go into this box, it's just for the Ancient Gears. And I'm not going in early. I'm going to wait and see what people cook and then see how it looks. Thank you for the follow, Tolkien. Welcome, welcome. Coolia is generic penned. Nice, nice. Beyond Persona and Disova are the best. What's Disova? I'm looking at the names and I'm like, what are we talking about? Oh, it's not important. It's not important. It's SR. Disova. Oh, Dissolver. Right. Once per turn, you can fusion summon one dragon fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as materials. At the start of the damage step, if your pendulum monster battles an opponent's monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, the monster cannot be destroyed by that battle. Thank you for the follow, Hidden Bankai. Welcome, welcome. Well, I know you're here already, but you know. You can use the effect of once per turn. Do your main phase, you fuse someone. Okay, it's a fusion enabler. And everyone should know what Persona Dragon does. I actually own Persona Dragon because I got the Legendary Dragon deck, so I have Persona and Mirage and Phantom. Like, I own all of these cards, which is just not really relevant. Just thought I'd mention it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with these. And then next up, I guess we'll move on to the tournament results. So Galaxy Rush 12 was yesterday's tournament, and we did see Whistling Bird take first place, playing Elemental Heroes. This is quite a standard list. You generally either see the Tantalum builds or the non-Tantalum builds. If you're playing Tantalum, you're playing Mechanitor. I can't remember this guy. We have seen everyone playing Necroman III, and we have seen Imaginary Reactor seeing a lot of play as well in these hero lists. So this is quite standard. Like, the interesting thing about this list is probably the Forever Freeze, which I assume is a tech specifically for this meta, especially after we've just seen like a lot of changes happen. But this is still, you know, very, very good, very strong list, and it's really nice to see heroes actually winning a tournament, because heroes, they haven't been like doing nothing. They have been like around, but like they haven't been winning, right? Like I think they did have a couple of tops in the last format. So, you know, is what it is. They already feed the Gizmet card they put in the 2025 selection box. Exactly. They already freed it. I'm a Pendulum player in TCG, so I remember best Odd Eyes cards. No way heroes win in the end. Oh yeah. They managed to take down, I mean, we can literally scroll down and have a look, right? RB Drive, so Red Boot was second place. So this is quite interesting. We did see Red Boot doing like okay. We've seen Red Boot win a tournament recently as well. So like it's nothing too surprising. But the gimmick with this deck is that you basically have like a combo that does a ridiculous amount of damage and just gets to like sometimes just end the game on the spot, which is like, you know, this is basically like Dragonic Pressure the deck. You know, it's neat. Playing me, Freeze clutched in the end. He in the match he had against Worm. Nice. 20 more pack in the deck build box. Then I have to go for the Worm Fusion. The Worm Fusion is pretty cool. The issue is, I think Worms will be probably overshadowed when the new Rush product comes out, whatever that ends up being. There's a lot of people that are like swearing it's going to be a Sevens Road structure deck. I'm definitely open to the possibility. I'm just not 100% convinced by it. I mean, we are expected to get some sort of structure. It would make sense for it to be a Rush one. And, you know, Spellcasters would be cool to have in there. I'm just not, like, going all in on that just yet. But we should be getting Light Galaxy, Dark Galaxy, Dragonic, and Sevens, which should be 4 very, very decent decks. At the very least, 3 of those are probably going to be really, really strong. And I'm worried that Worms might get overshadowed a little bit. They played SRM, Sidra, and Worm, I believe. What are we talking about? Are we talking about RB Drive, we talked about the heroes. I played against Bird in quarter-finals, and nothing too special happened. I just didn't get the best draws, so I used Trap Hole, so rip me. It's a shame. That is a shame. I think SRM with Blue Arts would be a good structure with the Master, etc. Yeah, it definitely could be. The only negative thing I would say about that is we have already had a lot of Yuga structure decks, and we've already had one spellcaster structure. Have we? We've only had the one spellcaster structure, right? And that was the Dark Sword Magician structure deck, I think. So, like, it'd be a bit boring to have another one, but, like, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But, yeah. So, the third place was Hikari playing Santa Mill. And, alright, right. Let's address the elephant in the room. Santa Mill is very divisive, right? Some people love this deck because it's like, wow, it plays on a different axis, it's interesting, we're not just summoning monsters going Unga Bunga Face. Some people despise this deck because it basically sits there and stalls and just mills you out, and it feels like you don't really get to play the game. So, my feeling about this deck is that it's somewhere in the middle. I think when this deck beats a deck that it shouldn't beat, it's really, really hype. But when it beats a deck that it has a good matchup into, it's like, oh, well, that was a bit boring. So it's in a weird spot. So this deck basically works by using Jointed Raptor to mill your opponent, using Santa to make your opponent draw a ton of cards. Ideally, your opponent will have 3 monsters, so you will make them draw 3. We can recycle Santa Cloth by using things like the Seven's Road Sorcerer to keep getting it back and keep making your opponent draw tons of cards. Then we empty our opponent's hand using card revitalization, and basically you'll deck them out. Now, this deck has a couple of major weaknesses, one of which being that if your opponent is able to recycle a ridiculous number of cards back into the deck, it becomes difficult for this deck to win. It still can win, it just becomes a little more difficult. We do obviously always have the backup strategy of Ancient Gear Golem Punch, which is cool. I mean, plus it's the good art of Ancient Golem, so we can't hate that. But it's like, this deck, it feels like, is performing better because of the meta shift we've just had. And I don't know if this would be performing as well if we hadn't banned Gaia, Psychic, and, you know, nerfed dragons. But I suppose dragons would always be the same either way. But the major thing this deck lacked before, other than, you know, the third Scrubbing Santa, was the fact that if you tried to mill your opponent out and they're just playing Gaia, they would just kill you in 2 seconds, right? That deck can just absolutely destroy you in no time at all. So now that that deck's gone, this deck's seeing a bit of a rise in popularity. Now, that being said, there are some other decks that are also coming back into the meta that do have a really strong matchup into this. So, for example, this is not going to be super good into, like, a maximum deck. Like, if your opponent gets out a maximum, you can now only make them draw 1 with Santa Cloth. We don't have a great way to attack over a maximum. It's basically like revitalization on a golem and hope that your opponent has nothing to stop that. So, like, there are bad matchups for this deck, but arguably the strongest deck in a vacuum right now is going to be the WYRM Fusion deck, and this is really good into that deck a lot of the time. Now, it's not always going to be, like, absolutely fantastic, but I think this is a pretty good meta call into that, especially since we do have, like, a lot of interesting tools to, like, stop it. But surely if I had Slime, I would have won. I forgot Slime. You know, possibly. It's fine, we don't need the Legend card. Why only 31 cards? Santa Mill is funny. Santa Mill is proof that Konami is right not to give us traps. I mean, kind of. Really what it comes down to is because we have 10 less cards in the deck, a mill deck just becomes so much more viable, right? I just did the build now, it's my first time. Interesting, there was a machine. There is Machine now and Dark Galaxy. They should pierce though. The issue with Dark Galaxy specifically is that deck will also mill itself by 100 cards. So you might be able to kill them, but you're now in like a weird race where it's like, I need to put as much damage on the field as physically possible and kill you as soon as possible, or else you're going to accelerate the milling I'm already doing to myself. Now, machines is a bit of a different story, right? You can use your machines to keep recycling. You're not going to be milling as much. Like, machines still do mill, and they have, like, some draw power now, but they don't have the issue of not being able to recycle as much. Like, you can recycle a crap ton with Innovator. I did win against 2 dragons, but I think Dark Galaxy would be harder with the equip. I mean, definitely could be. And then the other deck that did top was machines. So machines did lose to heroes in the end, I believe. And maybe if this went against the Santa Mill, we would have had a different story, right? Like, if this played against Santa Mill, maybe we would have seen, like, machines in the final. But, like, I think realistically, out of all of the decks in the top 4, the best matchup for Santa is probably heroes. Like, if Hikari played against Whistling Bird in the semis, I think there's a good chance that Hikari just wins. Because, like, what does this deck do against Santa Mill, right? This destroys, returns face-up monsters, so you just don't have face-up monsters. The fusion monsters you make don't really do anything to Santa Mill. We can't really beat set 3 pass with this. So it would have been an interesting matchup to watch. But I think Hikari only really had one positive matchup in this top 4 regardless. Flame Wingman kind of useless too. Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the best you're going to get? Like, it attacks over 7's Road Sorcerer and does 1300. It's like, meh. Yeah, we're so happy that Ray won. Yeah, exactly. Oh, look, it's Tomato. Hello, Victor. Welcome. So Worm is the best deck. Again, it's not quite as simple as that. I would say, again, in a vacuum, Worms probably have the most positive matchups and probably, like, the most solid foundation of any deck in the format. That being said, Worms do have several matchups that they kind of just automatically lose. So 5 to 6 decks are the best decks, and more to come. I mean, again, we're in a bit of a weird state as well, because of how tournaments are being run at the moment, and because we have the new skill changes on the horizon. Basically, TOs have banned Gaia and banned Psychic. Because of that, we're kind of in a fake format. We don't really know what the meta would look like, for example, for the upcoming WCQ. And we know we have more product on the way, which means that'll be another massive shakeup. So we're kind of in, like, a weird limbo state where nothing really matters. We're kind of... I don't know if nothing really matters is the right way to look at it. It's more like we're in a very unique meta right now for community tournaments that's not going to last very long. So even if we do work out, like, what the best decks are, I don't know if it will matter after a couple of weeks when the changes come in, those 2 decks come back into the meta, the new product releases. We're expecting to get 4 brand new decks in, or at least 4 massive updates to decks that make them feel like brand new decks, and it will absolutely shake everything up again, right? How you doing tomorrow? We're doing pretty good. How are you doing, Victor? Has Equipped Dark Galaxies replaced the old one? Kind of. So, alright, so the Equipped Dark Galaxy deck is better at just trying to kill your opponent very quickly. It is worse at playing the grind game. So it depends what you're looking for. Also, thank you for the follow. That's a name. Lebrusty. We'll go with that. But yeah, it's not quite as simple as this deck better than this deck. They both are good at different things. In the current meta, I think you could make an argument for killing your opponent very, very quickly, being very, very good. But again, the deck's going to lack a lot of, like, again, like that grind game. Show us the pie chart. I mean, yeah, we were always going to go and check the pie chart. We always got to show the pie chart. We'll go over to that quickly now. So, basically as well, we had 3 tournaments, which are over here. These 3 tournaments were before the ban list changes, or the skill changes. So we've kind of got them in their own section, because they're not going to be indicative to these tournaments. And Angel Cup had, like, a weird caveat, but we're just going to ignore that because it didn't end up mattering for the top 8. But basically, these are the tournaments we've had so far that are the new cards plus the changes to the skills, right? So it's a little bit complicated, but that's kind of what we got right now. So if we go take a look at this pie chart, right now, because it's early days, this is looking really nice, right? We got We'll go ahead and change this a little bit as well to make it look a little bit nicer. This one? There we go. So you can see that this is looking kind of nice, right? We've got Santa Mill being the top slice. I'm not super enthusiastic about that, but then we've got Hero, Worms, Red Boot, Dragon Fusion, Dark Galaxy, and Machine Good stuff. So this is kind of what we'd like to see from a pie chart, but we want to see this, like, after 20 tournaments. This would be a lovely pie chart after 20 tournaments. Nice and diverse. Lots of different things going on, right? Oh boy, we're getting really far behind on messages, aren't we? So the pie chart, it's meh. I've tried it for the old skill 100%. I only have 2 Santa. That is a shame. Shit, I only have 2 Santa. Oh, hello, Draco, by the way. Welcome, welcome. I only got 1 Santa. What happened to the other 2? Got no idea. I mean, they're both from, like, events, right? I think all of them are from events. So it's just, like, play the game, I guess. The box should be around the 15th, and the deck a week after, so if not, both weeks after. Hello, Mr. Tomato. Hello, Griffin Blaze. Welcome, welcome, Griffin. Hey, I don't think it's worse than the grind game. Worse in the grind game. In the grind game, vanilla piercing is useless anyway. What does that mean? What vanilla piercing is like, it's never bad. It's just sometimes it's better than others, right? It depends on the average defense of monsters in the meta and how often people are getting out bosses, right? So I think depending on the matchup that you're in, and if again you are playing like a grind focused game against some of these decks where you're going to be setting monsters, having the extra piercing is really important because you're always going to get piercing on your boss monster anyway, because you're going to have it from the Star Transfer. So then it comes down to, are you going to summon out double boss in one turn, which you could do, and then getting double piercing on that could be really, really strong. And again, it's kind of this like ending the game kind of turn. The issue is, if you get out your Tear Fang and then you lose your Tear Fang, you've now lost the piercing for the whole game. And that kind of sucks. That can be really bad. Griffin, hey. How are you? I read that as Loose Booty. Hello, people of planet Earth. Hello, Mr. Burb. Appreciate the content, dude. I used Gaia as a jumping on point for Rush, and you've been really helpful for getting up to speed. Thank you. I always do appreciate that. Also, soloing fine player pen and paper in 50 minutes. Ooh. Also doing fine. Doing some pen and paper. I'm going to assume that's what we're doing. Playing some good pen and paper. Santa Mill will disappear in the next week, probably. Probably. I think the issue is Santa Mill does have like some really good matchups, but some really, really bad ones as well. I want Blue Eyes. I bet you do. I want more Cyburst. Everyone wants something. Hello, Dante, by the way. I'm doing horrible. My legs hurt. That's not ideal. Yeah, okay, but the equip spell could be more important than vanilla piercing. I don't know. I still have to try the new skill, but it looks decent. I mean, it literally comes down to, if you use the equip spell and get a absolutely ridiculously significant amount of damage in, the equip spell is better. If you run into a trap card that stops you from, like, if you run into a negate attack, then the equip spell is just worse, right? Because now you've just you've equipped this card to your guy, done nothing with it, and then presumably your guy's going to die the next turn, so your equip spell's gone. So now your skill is just flat out worse than the other one, right? So I think that's what it really comes down to. If you get the equip spell and do something really meaningful with it on the turn you get it, it's going to be really strong. Yeah, vanilla piercing does nothing. Again, I think it matters when. I think it matters, like, the deck you're playing against, and I think it matters, like, what you're going to be at. The guy is still 2,900. Realistically, do you think your 2,900 guy is surviving the turn? Like, realistically. Like, unless you're playing against someone playing, like, a pile of crap, realistically, you're losing your monster. Like, if they're playing anything, like, remotely meta-relevant. Is anyone joining Starling's Rush Duel Links custom banless tournament today? I don't know who Starling is. I don't know what this tournament is. I have no idea what you're talking about, Draco. Can't the skill recycle the equip from grave? So the skill can only get it once. So play Tear Fang and don't mill it ever. Easy, easy. Play 3 Tear Fang for consistency. I mean, you could do, but then all of a sudden it's not consistent, because then you're going to draw like 2 or 3 Tear Fangs in a single turn and brick yourself, right? So, like, it's awkward. I gotta go. My phone isn't wanting to work. Well, see you, Victor. Thanks for stopping by. I'll cook with Dark Galaxy, don't worry. The guy's to 2,900, which makes us focus on decks. Unless they brick. Yes, Requiem never dies. I mean, it's one of those things. I think It's very easy to just be like, yes, but in ideal world, X happens. And it's just like, I think realistically, you have to think about it from a pessimistic point of view, right? You have to look at it as like, what is the most likely thing to happen and what would be the worst thing to happen? And then like, how do you recover from that? So it's like, I think for me, what I'm actually feeling is the brand new skill that we're going to be getting. The one over here. Was it this one? No, not that one. This one? If it boots up. I think this might actually be the best Dark Galaxy skill going forward. And the reason I say that is, assuming we get all of the Dark Galaxy Fusion stuff, we're going to need our graveyard absolutely full of stuff. And realistically, this effect on its own is really good. Now, it doesn't plus you, but being able to fill your graveyard with monsters, as well as being able to cycle through your deck constantly, is really, really strong. So I think going forward, this might actually be the best Dark Galaxy skill. Which is really weird, but the quality of the Dark Galaxy cards that we'll be getting are generally really good. Like, imagine we got, like, Logisticos. That's just a free +2. So we don't need the skill to give us a free +1 if the cards are giving us free pluses all over the place anyway, right? Tomato, are you saying that my Requiem being equipped with 3 Tearfang isn't consistent? That is exactly what we're saying. Void Dust Fusion for Zuijo. There's no way we're getting that, realistically. Realistically, we're not getting Void Dust Fusion. The idea that they would give us such a... just so people know what it is. Void Dust Fusion is this card... Oh, it's not. It's so new, it's not even in here. Is it literally not? Okay, we'll boot up. EDO. So Void Dust Fusion. So shuffle a Dark Attribute Galaxy type normal monster from your graveyard into the deck. Fusion summon a level 9 Dark Attribute Galaxy type monster with 2000 or more defense by shuffling 2 Dark Attribute Galaxy monsters from your graveyard into the deck as material. This turn, you can only attack with monsters special summoned by this effect. So this is a Miracle Fusion, right? This is a fuse from the graveyard effect. I do not understand why we would get this as our first, like, Miracle Fusion type effect. I don't think we need this. I think realistically, Dark Galaxy already has tons and tons of tools to make their fusion summoning really, really easy. And I see no reason we would get this card. Now, we still could get this card. Konami do weird shit all the time. But it would be really weird, right? There's no reason to think we would get this card other than we might be getting fusions coming out, right? Being able to unbrick and get Cataphract and Globule online seems kind of nice. Exactly. Because the thing is, it's basically this, right? It's basically Ship of 7 Treasures. So this is a consistency tool that we see played in OCG, right? So send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard, draw a card. Now that's bad, but if you send level 7, you can draw 2 cards, right? But basically, it's send any 2 monsters from our hands to the graveyard to then draw 2 cards. So it's basically like having a just consistency tool all the time, which makes this actually feel really good. Now, the only issue with that is the Udius skill is still better. Because they get that same thing as well. And theirs is even better. Because this one has to be exactly 2 level 8 monsters, or send up to 2 level 8. Which kind of sucks. But the Udius skill is fusion or level 7 light monsters. Which is much, much better. Because one, they're going to be playing a lot more level 7 lights. And they're going to be playing more fusions, right? So, it's awkward. It's very awkward. If we get Void Dust in 2025, I'm quitting Duel Links. It was printed just recently. Granted, it was in the anime for a long while. Yeah. I don't expect to see a single Archetype Fusion spell anytime soon. That's kind of what I'm feeling as well. What's all this Go Rush Fusion talk? Well, we're getting Go Rush Fusions, Dante. We already know that for a fact because we got this Udius skill. You can't see it very well, but basically, it's a Udius skill that sends Fusion to the graveyard and then gets you Extraplorer and Fusion. So we know we're getting some sort of Light Galaxy Fusion. So we've inferred that we're getting Dark Galaxy Fusion. And this skill is also another fusion skill. So, you know, this isn't Go Rush, but it is what it is. Master of Seven's Rodor. I'm more interested in the SRM and Light Galaxy skills at the moment. Yes. I mean, they're both very, very good. I think this one is going to be decent, but not like overpowered, like not the skill on its own. Again, why are we getting Explorer? What's wrong with Explorer? He's fine. He's not even like crazy. You gotta remember, when Explorer came out originally, we didn't have a load of extra deck monsters that just got the pop back row for free. Like, the best one we had at the time was this guy. This was the best guy we had next to Explorer. So this is made using Chemicalized Salamander and Super Assistant Archie. Or Ember, I suppose it's now called. During the main phase of Card Special Summon, destroy all spell traps on the field, and then reduce your opponent's monster's attack. So this was, like, insane. But this card was always considered kind of a bit mid. Just because, like, you had to play Salamander, and Salamander wasn't considered super great in OCG. Pyro mention, exactly. Light Galaxy is dope. Yes, but wait till Rhynac extra monsters come. I mean, I personally prefer, like, Galactica Oblivion, or Eternal Galactica Oblivion Turbo to, like, the Rhynac toolbox strategy, personally, but, you know. Hello, guys, sorry, new player, please add me on Duel Links. I mean, if anyone wants to add Lebanese too, you can feel free. Box after this one is Pyro Support Thrust. I mean, it could be. The weird thing for me is that we're getting all of this fusion stuff. But we haven't got the main fusion stuff, right? Like, where's my boy? Where's my boy the Dragius? Where's my boy the Dragius Star? Where's my boy the Trinity Dragius Star? Like, these are like the big fusion monsters. But we haven't got any of them yet. We haven't even seen like a Luke skill leak or anything. I would expect these to come out very soon. Again, assuming we're going to get all this stuff very quickly as well. So anyways, we're getting Sea Serpents, right? Must be waiting for the Luke to add that stuff. I mean, maybe we'll get the Luke sooner than later. The only thing is, we've had so many Go Rush characters. I say so many. We've had the release of Go Rush, and then we had, what, Zuijo Manabu? And I'm just like, oh, Maddox. So I'm just like, when are we getting another Sevens character? Are we ever getting another Sevens character? Also, we're getting to the point where we're getting Go Rush fusions. So it's like, when are we getting Sevens support? And is any of the Sevens support going to be any good? Because now it has to compete with Go Rush fusions. Same with Zion and Space of Drago. I mean, yeah. But yeah, that was basically that. Let's talk about the meta. The meta is in like an okay spot right now. Then we also had this happen. So Rafuta, to anyone that doesn't know, Rafuta is a like fantastic player. He's doing the 5th PRG or PGRF, which is the pre-Goha Rush Festival. Now this specifically is going to be for the WCQ. So this is basically a event where he gathers a bunch of really strong players and then has them all play in effectively a big point battle to try and get an accurate read of the meta. He collects all the information and goes from there. So these are always really, really exciting. Basically, it's a good opportunity. Again, if you have evidence of you being a very, very strong player, which usually is like, do you have a gold or a silver icon? Then they'll let you play in this event. And you get to play against some of the best players in the world, including Worlds, you know, players that went to Worlds. So it's absolutely fantastic, and he is recruiting for the next one. So if you're interested and you can, you know, vouch that you have like a gold or a silver icon or some other big accomplishment, you can try and enter this, and it will be a jolly good time. Can't wait for Beast Gear World. It's never coming. It's never coming, Draco. It's never happening. If Rovian doesn't come in a double unlock event with Lug or Yuna, she is actually dead. I mean, that's another thing. We haven't got any of her cards yet. Like, it's a weird... I feel like we really did speed run just to get to Go Rush Fusions as quickly as possible. Double unlock for all the Descendants of Seven's characters would be really cool. I mean, could be. It's a lot of influx of characters very, very quickly. Let me ask him. Okay. If no Beast Gear World, maybe Heartless Houndprage. That's another thing, though. I think we're already at Go Rush Fusions, right? Which means Heartless Hound are going to be bad. Right? Like... Maybe they would have been okay had they come out before Go Rush Fusions, but Go Rush Fusions are really good, which is going to make everything that isn't Go Rush Fusions, or like really, really strong, feel really weak by comparison. But anyway, then we had Legacy Duels come out. And these were 2 videos of 2 people that I'm subbed to on my main account. This isn't like, this is our VOD channel account. But yeah, Legacy Duels. We're seeing Mill. And we're seeing Stein Turtle FTK. So, Legacy Duels doesn't look fun. Like, in my mind, the whole point of Legacy Duels is to, like, go back and have fun with, like, old formats, old cards, etc. And apparently it's just milling and FTKs. And it's like, how have you taken the fun mode and made it awful, right? It's like, why? Why have we done this, Konami? Why have we done this? But beyond that, I guess we'll then talk about the last little thing, which was Expedition 33. This is a game that I've been playing, Clair Obscure. We've only just started playing it. I'm really enjoying it. But, again, on Sundays, today we're not playing anything else. Today we're just going to, as soon as we finish this yapping bit, we're going to go and just play Worms on the Ladder. But going forward on Sundays, when, again, we don't have other things to do, I need a new game to play. And I'm worried, I'm either going to play probably Oblivion, or Baldur's Gate, or just play Sacred Cards. I think those are the 3 games I'm looking at the moment. Obviously, Baldur's Gate and Oblivion are like massive investments. Sacred Cards would be over in like 1 or 2 streams. That's not a particularly long game, but we're basically just continuing through like Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm playing Oblivion right now. How are you enjoying it? Because again, I've never played Oblivion. I've literally never played this game. So I don't really have an opinion on it. I like other Bethesda games, right? So that's kind of my thoughts on it. But yeah, we're going to have to work out what I'm doing with that. But beyond that, I suppose it's just going to be jumping into playing games, right? Dante's reminder for Tomato to update his Cyburst list with the new cards for me. What do you mean, Dante? Do you mean like the list we posted? Because the issue is... So what I wanted to do originally was put out the Worm video first. But there were 2 different Cyburst decks to play, because Beyond Curiosity to get its change, and we were thinking maybe we were going to use some of the new cards, but realistically they're not good in it. The Fusion is just kind of bad though, Dante. There is no real reason to use that Fusion, because you'd just be playing the Fusion spell card and then bad materials for like no payoff whatsoever. So I think you're going to have to wait until Fenrir Ritter Soul comes out before we actually experiment with that Fusion. Expedition 33, one of the best games. Yeah, I've been enjoying it so far, but again, we're still very early on. It's really good. It's more like a remake than a remaster. Well, that's good. I don't really have... Like I say, I haven't played the original, so I wouldn't know what the changes are anyway. So Maximum Ragnarok didn't actually get buffed. Maximum Ragnarok has got buffed, but it got buffed in a different way. Maximum Ragnarok will now play Brusselin, because you can use the skill to put a Cyburst on top of your deck. Then you make getting out Brusselin easier, because you only have to tribute 1 monster to summon it. Then you can activate Brusselin. If your opponent's got 3 monsters, we grab back an entire Maximum back to our hand. So that is going to be the change. It's basically Brusselin being thrown into that deck. Beyond Curiosity was more based anyways. Beyond Curiosity is like, it's fine, but it's like, it's a little bit high roll. That's kind of how I look at it. If everything goes smooth, Beyond Curiosity, fantastic. If it doesn't go smooth, if you don't just like find that maximum on like turn 1, it's like, ugh, it's a bit awkward. But we're going to hop in. We're going to hop in and play some wormies. We're going to see how the worms go. Again, we have tested this out a little bit. So far in testing, it's been really, really strong, but, you know, ladder is ladder. We'll see what happens. We gambit them up, always. I've never been a huge, like, fan of the Gamba. The other thing is that we are going to be playing against, obviously, Psychic a little bit. Maybe we'll run into a Psychic. But we're going to be playing against a lot of Gaia because it has still not been nerfed on the ladder yet. So we'll have to see how this goes. Okay, we do have some setting going on. I'm going to assume this guy is probably playing Gaia Matari. Yeah, okay, Gaia Matarian. This is always going to be the issue. We're going to play against so many Gaia Matarian, but basically, in my mind, because this is banned in tournaments, this deck doesn't exist anymore. I only have one Zeppelin with no tickets and no green keys. Ooh, that's a rough spot to be in. Would you love me if I was a worm? Yeah, oh, of course I would, Alpaca. What are you talking about? I don't like gamble. I mean, I'm kind of in the same spot. I meant Zeptron, autocorrect. Tomato doesn't love us, he only loves Rush. I mean, we do really like Rush. So we summoned, we tributed out Cursor Dragon. We've activated the skill. We're immediately building a huge-ass board. Now, the issue is, this hand doesn't deal with this board. So, this could get a little sketchy, because I really need to out the Ashura Star. And like we say, this hand doesn't out the Ashura Star. One card stuck in hand, at least. Ragline still doesn't solve any of my outgoing issues. I can get access to Fusion, if we want, with no Tribute monsters, though. Ugh. I mean, I think the players probably just set a bunch of cards. I don't really want to, but I don't think we have a better option. So I think we're going to do this. I would just like to not play against Ashura Star, you know? Because the other thing is, he went all in turn 1. If we had a board that beats this, like, he's basically done. Like, the game would basically be over. But we didn't have a board that beats this. Now, if he's smart, he'll use Ashura Star to just pop a monster out the way, and then try and just get in for massive damage. But we'll have to see what he's got. Goodbye, Gaia. Thanks for the poly. Playing Gaia while playing Zuijo is a disgrace to my Dark Galaxy boy. I mean, kinda. So we can bring back the other one. She's done. Gets a draw off it as well. Now, again, if he's smart, he should pop a monster. Okay, he's not smart. Straight to battle. Okay, so we're just taking no damage. I mean, that's fine with me. Bro's only getting one draw for turn, and we just need to find our pieces. We need to find some bosses. We need to find some good back row. Let's see what we get. That is a boss. The issue is his back row is a little bit spooky, but I think we have to go for something here, right? The issue is... This is like really not a good hand. I think we always go Pylon either way because we're not just going to set 2. The issue is, no matter how we do this, it puts us in a really bad spot. I mean, we don't necessarily need that. Okay, let's do this. We'll activate the skill. We're just going to add the fusion. We'll go ahead and summon out the Pylon. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon this. We'll go ahead and activate TSA here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, leave 1 in the bin. The issue is, if his back row stops us, we're going to be in like a really awkward spot. But if it doesn't stop us, then we're fine. Okay, so let's see what he's got. He only gets 1 draw. He still can't make a Matarian fusion on this board. If he had a battle-tested Gaia, he probably would have used it last turn. I really enjoy the Chronicle gambling they added. Yeah, I also do really like it. I think it's a really cool idea. Are we doing this just to get cards out of the hand? Or are we doing this to tribute? Because if we tribute, we need to tribute over a Cursor Dragon anyway. Celerity, what are we doing? Thinning the deck? They never pop monsters in ranked, I've noticed. Yeah, it's something I've noticed as well. But whenever you... Again, if you play against like really good players, if you're playing like tournaments or like PGRF or something along those lines, you always pop monsters. Because the whole point of the deck is kill your opponent before they kill you. The chances your opponent has a back row to stop you should be really, really low. So you just always pop monsters. Do we know how we will receive more Chronicle tokens? It just said that you can get them from events. That's all it said. So I think we're going to get like fixed amounts from different events and stuff. They'll probably attach it to microtransactions eventually, but not yet. I mean, I think we use the negate attack, because I was probably going to lose the negate attack, and this outs his entire board anyway. Well, it outs any one of his board. Okay. So, this is like a little bit annoying. Because I can't get everything I need. But I guess it is what it is, right? The alternative is that we go Tarrasque and hope we mill into what we need. Right, let's go Tarrasque. We're going to go Tarrasque here. We're going to activate Tarrasque. We did mill what we need. So now we summon out Shovelon. No, that's actually still kind of annoying. Because we needed to summon this to get this online. Probably just sending you. I mean, I could add this. I guess that's fine. It's not good, though. Okay, we'll add this. This is probably, like, a little bit silly, but... Because I need to get the field spell online, but I don't want to really leave Tarrasque on the field, and by doing this, we can clear his whole board. Which I think is a little bit better. We've also got like most of everything set up. The only negative is we've now used our search for Build Dragon, which means we might get into a situation where we need to search for it to get a fusion playoff and we can't do it. The Build Dragon art? Yeah, I love this Build Dragon art so much. Like, this is my vibe. I don't know if I prefer this to the other one, but it's very, like, it's very... I don't know if cinematic's the right word. It's very... It has aura. You can make the fusion Gamba for field. I mean, we did Gamba for the field, we didn't find it. Alright. We're setting cards. He's going to attack over my Shovelon. Chivalrous Celer. Oh no, you can attack over one of these. I mean, which would you even attack over? I guess you have to clear Gantry. Just imagine how bad this would be if he didn't have the 600 and only had 300. It would be awful. I like art that makes the card feel more alive. A lot of cards are like photo shoots. Yes. Where are my field spells at, yo? Alright, Pot of Greed. There we go. Alright, Peaks of Blistopia is on the field. Is there a world in which we could do like a lot of crazy shit? We could tribute both of these to get this out. Use the effect to summon that. Use the effect to summon that. Activate that. Fuse them together. Then summon that. We wouldn't have another way to get him back from the graveyard. The alternative is that we summon this, activate fusion, combine those two. We'd then have to get out another guy, tribute both, get that out, use that, fuse. I mean, we could just use this effect immediately. I think either way we're going to have to normal summon at some point, though. Alright, we'll activate the effect of Build Dragon. We'll summon out the Pylon. We'll activate the fusion. We'll go 1, we'll go 2. Summon out the Build Dream. Then I will summon out Drillzard. We'll tribute, summon out the Gantry. Activate Gantry. Bring back Build Dragon. Activate, and we'll pop this and this. We'll go ahead and activate our skill. Put this away. Grab this back from the graveyard. Activate. Go get him, champ. Oh, don't have negate attack. Oh, widespread, okay. Oh, we win anyway. Oh yeah, you can't have negate attack because you're limit 1 now. Excellent. Oh, I mean, that looked good. Do we have replay room? Yeah, we do. Okay, we'll find them. Okay. I mean, the deck looks good when it gets going, right? It looks really good when it gets going. Looks really colored Chronicle name. And it looks amazing. That's the thing. I think some of them look really good. It's like, I think all of the Overrush looks so good with like, with anything, right? You can even put a border on the Overrush cards and they look sick. It's fine, it overwrites older replays if you save them, as long as you don't have some locked ones. Yeah, it's just like, I want to make sure that there is like plenty of... Because like, if I had replay saved, I would have them saved for a reason, right? Got the lime green text in the lottery. It doesn't look good on any card. Yeah, I got that on my speed account. I don't really know what to do with it. Is this just hero? Oh, it's... Okay, so this is either Gaia Heroes or Gaia Matarian Hero, which is basically Gaia Matarian with some heroes in it. Yeah, it's Gaia Matarian Hero. So bro has seen Isirius's list, and he's like... Bro was cooking. Okay. I mean, we haven't used the skill yet. Here comes the skill. Once again, this hand is really bad. He's got 2 cards stuck in hand. Okay. We'll go Tarask, activate Tarask. Those were awful mills. Oh, those mills were so bad. Okay. Well then. Summon out Shovelon. Activate the skill. I'm just going to grab Bill Dragon here. Then we will go ahead and tribute both. Activate Peaks. Bring back Shovelon. Summon out Dragline. Go to battle, and then we try and get him for as much damage as possible. Because this is exactly the sort of board that Gaia does not want to deal with. Again, the downside is that we have already used our search for Bill Dragon, and that's not ideal. Alright, we'll just take the freebie. Thunderbolts is looking to be the least interesting thing Marvel's ever put out. I actually am of a completely opposite opinion. I think that Thunderbolts looks really interesting. And the reason I say that is because I think a lot of the like main stuff Marvel's been putting out lately has been really dull. And I think this actually looks like it could be a bit of fun. Like, I'm not expecting to watch this film and be like, whoa, this was an insane movie, but like, I think it looks like it's going to be refreshing, and I at least just hope that it's like something worth looking at. Is that ranked referee? Oh boy. On the rank up as well. Rank referee's going to stop us from getting our rank up. Holy, this hand could be good. This could be bad. Also, we haven't gone first yet today. I'm a little worried though, the team is just a bunch of super soldiers versus Superman on steroids. I'm hoping the ending is... The thing is, I don't know if you've seen the trailers, but the villain isn't like Superman on steroids, like when you get into it. Like, he's kind of like this whole other thing. Alright, let's go Pog. We're always pogging. I mean, I guess this kind of does what we need it to. The issue is we can't get both Fusion and Thingy online, so we have to pick and choose. So we'll go Shovelon. We'll activate our skill. We'll send... Do we hold this? How many do we need? 1, 2. So we summon... summon tribute both. Get him. Use the effect, bring that back. Tribute both, summon this. Use the effect, bring that back, bring that back. Yeah, so I don't need Pylon. Let's see if we regret this or not. So we'll grab Peaks of Blistopia. We'll go ahead and summon. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Watch him have like freeze and we just get absolutely cooked. We go Peaks of Blistopia, activate Build Dragon, bring back Shovelon, tribute both, activate Gantry, bring back Build Dragon, activate Build Dragon, bring back Shovelon, go to battle, swing. 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. Yeah, we had no way to get to fusion as well, so like, this is kind of it. Not interested in the roster personally, plus that Marvel fatigue is real. I mean, that's fair. I really like Red Guardian. I think David... What's his name? David Harbour. David Harbour, I think, is just like really fun in that role. I know Marvel, it's fine. I know about Sentry, or in this case, the Void. They can't beat him, so there's going to be something going on. Like, even if Marvel was taking a different approach. In the trailer, he turns people into just shadows, and how they stop him from doing. I mean, yeah, it's literally like him sending them into, like, the Void dimension, right? That's the whole gimmick. Did bro actually just go for the YOLO mill with Cataphract and just got it? That's kind of spooky. Because there's now a chance that he gets to absolutely pop off here. And it's going to be like the Banner Hulk thing. Yeah, I mean, that's fine though, right? Like, you don't need to just punch someone really, really hard to beat them every time. The last Marvel film I enjoyed was like in Phase 3. What was the last Marvel film I like actually really thought was good? I really liked Shang-Chi, but I'm a massive sucker for that sort of aesthetic. Before that, it was probably like... I like the Spider-Man movie. I also like Multiverse of Madness as well. Like, I did enjoy that movie. And then before that, it's like Endgame, right? And Endgame was just really good. Tributes 1. Summons out the Star Transfer. Okay. There's so many cards in his hand. Oh, I also really liked Deadpool Wolverine as well. I thought that was a really good movie as well. Even though the Deadpool Wolverine was funny. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Okay, so he's getting at least double boss monster out. Wait, what? What? What are we doing? Right, taking tier thing. Right. We're just going to use this to clear this. Why are we playing double tier thing? And if you had double tier thing, why wouldn't you give them both to Requiem so it has a chance to survive? Okay. No normal monster. Ooh, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Because I can't search fusion without a normal monster summon. We could just go for the crash and just hope the back row is nothing. That might actually be the play. With the fusion, you pop Requiem anyway. Yeah, but I don't guarantee to have access to the fusion. As can be seen here, right? So I could gamble to try and get to the fusion. I think we gamble either way. Because if not, we're just going to tribute to summon him out anyway. So we'll activate Tarask. We don't need all these extra cards in our hand, so I'd rather thin out a little bit. Okay, we just milled a lot of good cards, so that's not ideal. I can activate his effect just to bring back a guy. Doesn't really matter. I guess it kind of could. So I'll go for this now. We'll bring out the shovel on. Then we'll tribute these two. Bring this out. Activate his effect. Bring this out. Go to battle. I mean, we have to just hope that this crash works. Okay. Everything's fine. We get over this, and we get over this. Then we pass. Gambit is fine here, because you can tribute still. I mean, yeah, but we didn't end up with anything, right? Couldn't we do Tara 2, Gambit again, and then end on the same board? Yes. Yes, we could have done that. The thing that I was worried about was that this back row would be something, right? So we wanted to use the Bill Dragon first to get an extra body in case this was like a forever freeze. Or if this was a Terra Secure, we then could have played around that as well. So like it was more like playing around the back rows, right? Okay, Elysium comes down. We have to hope this crash works, but there's like there's more than a single trap worth playing in the entire game. Yeah, but he could have it. Even if... Oh, I suppose it's already in the graveyard. Did he just mill this, or was this in there ages ago? No, he just milled it. He literally just milled it. Or was that me? No, that was him. Yeah, like, if he just had the negate attack, what do we do? Yeah, I think we're going to lose this because we've gotten very unlucky. I mean, that's something. That is something. We'll go Tarrasque. We're going to activate the Tarrasque here because we just add this back to our hand either way, right? Still haven't found it. Okay. I'll just put this back. We'll go Drillzard. We're tributing both of these either way. Are we just grabbing the fusion? Does it matter? We could just reduce his attack, put cards back in our deck. Putting cards back in our deck is not bad. If we get the fusion, we end with just one monster. I think we're better off not fusing. So we're going to do this. We're going to activate the skill. We're just going to grab the fusion to hand. We're going to activate the Talismanic Seal Array. Don't know if we actually need these. We probably would rather have normal monsters, to be honest, right? But if you fusion, you can pop 2. I could pop 2, but then I would be ending with just one monster, right? So if he outs that one monster on the next turn, we get absolutely cooked. So that would just be like the wrong play to make. The only thing that's sus is should I keep this in hand or not? So the reason I don't want to make the fusion is like, yeah, we could pop 2 when we could get in for, what, 3,400 damage, but we wouldn't get any more damage than that. And then because he's playing Dark Galaxy, the chance that he can out one big guy should be really, really high, right? All he needs to do is get Requiem, which he should have, like, easy access to. A normal is risky with Elysium. Why does it matter? Because he doesn't have any piercing left. He's already used all 3 Tearfang and he's already searched it from the graveyard. Oh, I suppose he could use Star Transfer. How many Star Transfers has he got left? 1, 2... I mean, potentially. I think, though, the thing to remember is that it's like either I play around the one of Star Transfer, or we play around like the fact that he has easy access to Requiem, right? So I feel like statistically, it's more likely he has Requiem. Oh, this was just a misplay. Cataphract. Are we just dead? Because that's 1,000 plus 500 plus 1,000 plus 1,000. Yeah, we're dead anyway. Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, this shows that the play we made was the correct play. It just didn't matter because we didn't have the life points to survive it. It's a shame. It is a shame. I think realistically, we got unlucky for like the first 2 turns there. So like, so for example, he kept making boards. Actually, I think we will save that. I think it's a good replay. He kept making boards that basically, if we just got average luck, we could like break really, really... I mean, to be fair, we did break the boards anyway, so we did kind of punish it. So like, that didn't really matter. The issue was we never really found a way to the fusion. The only time we could ever make a fusion in that game was in the very last turn, and making the fusion would have just been the wrong play. So like, it is what it is, really. We needed to have fusion access earlier. Like, if our Tarask on that, like, turn... what was it, turn 3 or turn 5? Had just found the fusion, like, we were just off to the races. But unfortunately, that just didn't happen. We've also yet to use Dragline to do anything yet as well, which is a little bit sad. The skill is only on turn 2, right? Turn 2 onward, yeah. Okay. Oh, we are against Dark Galaxy, so maybe setting that wasn't the correct decision here. Alright. He was a protagonist, his mills were something. I think the only time his mill was, like, really, really good is when he did the first Cataphract mill and milled the level 8 and just immediately added it to hand. Other than that, the mills were, like, kind of whatever. GG, rank referee. See, this is what Dark Galaxy's supposed to do. Alright, let's see what he's got. Because theoretically, this should be quite favored for us. Again, if we just get, like, the bare minimum of, like, finding the tools we need to make a fusion summon, like, we should beat Dark Galaxy quite easily. We just need to, like, not get really unlucky. Okay, are we going to use the skill and give it piercing? That's the next question. Props to them for having the mental fortitude to mill Pot of Greed and keep playing. You can't. I haven't really played with the new skill yet, so I don't really know what the wording is. Damn it! He attacked the 0 defense. Okay. The issue is we've taken so much damage that he could just sneak a win out of nowhere now. That's the most annoying thing about Dark Galaxy, is you can, like... you can do everything wrong and still just, like, pull a win out of your butt. How do we want to do this? We summon. We can summon that out. We always get the normal summon off. We could search the fusion, but then the rest of the board is going to be ass. Maybe that doesn't matter too much. We probably go Tarask either way. I think just getting the Tarask effect off is probably worth it, because we don't really want to have these cards in our hand. Oh, we're just continuously milling this negate attack every single time. Alright, we'll go Pylon. Tribute these two. We'll flip this over here. Then we will go Bill Dragon effect. I forgot we had this. Oh, did we just mill this? No, we didn't. We had this engraved for turn 1. Either way, I think we have to summon this now. We'll go Dynamic Dream Builder, add the fusion. Go into this by using this and this. Summon it out. I guess either way we're going to do this. Probably getting rid of the defense position and the big boy. The issue is I don't know what to do with this. I don't really want to just set it because we could just randomly die. Refilling our deck right now also doesn't do a lot for us. I think we just go battle. Oh. I mean, you can add the equip, but only the first part of the skill is fulfilled. Wording for new skill is if you have a normal, mill 3, add a 1600 plus if you do add the equip. Ah, I see, I see. He milled 3 small guys. He's going to get the boss guy back. The issue is, isn't this just going to be lethal? Oh, no, because I don't have a light. So he's going to get to, what, 34? Then he'll... Yeah. So we'll get 34, 38, and then attack over, and then we're just dead because we took too much damage from the piercing attack. Well. Oh well. Is what it is. Is what it is. Yeah, it kind of sucks. If you just get pierced over on turn 1, there's not really a lot you can do to recover. He'll time out Trust? Nah, we're not going to bother with that. Milling Legends is your opponent's job, not yours. Now, we have milled our negate attack, I think, every single game, which is, like, such a shame, but it is what it is. Again, it's one of those things where, like, he didn't do anything particularly interesting or, like, skillful. He just attacked with Big Piercer, did a little bit too much damage, and then no matter what we put on the field, if it's not exactly, like, a giant guy, we just get attacked over and die, which, like... kind of sucks. I mean, that's one of the reasons I don't really like Dark Galaxy in Duel Links, because it feels... Dark Galaxy in the OCG always kind of felt like a really interesting combo deck, and Dark Galaxy in Duel Links right now is this, like, Unga Bunga, Herp Derp, press buttons win deck, and it's kind of... I don't know, it's just not my vibe. We kind of have to get the field spell here. I thought we'll wait and see what happens after we summon this guy out. Because if he's got something to interrupt it, we might not bother. Okay, we're fine then. So we'll go Dynamic Dream Builder. And we'll send this to the grave. Grab this. Activate Peaks of Blistopia. We'll activate Build Dragon. Bring back Shovelon. We'll then Tribute 2 to summon out Gantry. Activate Gantry. Imagine he has Rice Terror secure right here. Okay, so far so good. Bring out Shovelon. Go to battle. Swing. He's got to have something. The question is, does he have the Legend? Does have the Legend. I mean, it's got to be Gantry, right? Unless you're going to out it next turn for shoresies. Okay, well... this could get very interesting if he can't out the Gantry. That's honestly like what I like about Dark Galaxy, OTK. I mean, OTKs, though, are kind of a little bit cringe, really. I don't really like OTKing people. I don't really like getting OTK'd. I think it kind of goes against the point of the game. I think it's good for the meta to have simple beatdown decks. I think it is, but it's just like when the simple beatdown deck gets to just like kind of luck into just like winning randomly, that's when it just doesn't feel very good. Like in my mind, it's good to have a wide variety of decks, a wide variety of playstyles, and a wide variety of like skill level for decks. But like, it's like when you play like Speed and you lose to like the most glue deck in the game because like yellow button go burr, and it's just like, come on, bruh. Okay, Swift Guy comes down. Yeah, I mean, this is another... I mean, we're falling victim to just, like, he had Legend Trap, plus he's playing, like, a deck that shouldn't exist, right? This feels so meh. I mean, you say Gantry's so good, and it is, but, like, against this, we are absolutely getting destroyed. Because we would need such a strong hand to make a comeback here. Now, you're right, Mark, but luck is a part of any card game. I mean, yeah, alright, so I will say this as well. I think it's really, really stupid when people keep bringing that up, right? Luck is obviously a part of a card game. That goes without saying, right? That is so painfully obvious That everyone knows that's the thing. But people will use that as an excuse to say, like, there should be massive disparities in how a game resolves based on luck, right? And that's not true, right? Luck isn't like luck is a thing or luck isn't a thing. It's a spectrum, right? You can have a lot of luck, you can have a little bit of luck. Luck can affect the game in a massive way, luck can affect the game in a very minimal way, right? So I think just putting it in the camp of, well, luck happened, deal with it, is just like, it's more nuanced than that, right? It's a very delicate subject where, again, you can like gently tweak the levers to kind of balance things how you want to, rather than just like a lot of the skills in Duel Links, which are just kind of like herder, win game because thing went right. Like, I mean, this is a really good example, right? Just being able to use the Gaia skill, like you just open a normal monster and then you get to like just absolutely pop off is kind of ridiculous. I don't know. We don't have access to that either way, so I don't think we're doing that. If I activate this, we're not going to have enough cards in the graveyard to do everything. So maybe we just don't bother with that. What's the other option? We just go like shovel on, tribute both, summon out the big guy. Now we've got enough cards in the graveyard, so I guess just drag line back. So we'll go 1, 2, and we'll probably put back a Bill Dragon as well. I think having a Bill Dragon back in the decks, because we already got this one. This one's going to go to the graveyard in a minute anyway. Now the question is, I mean, we're always going to go ahead and grab the fusion. There's no reason not to. The issue I always struggle with is, do we just hold the Peaks of Blastopia in hand? That is always like what... Because I don't want to throw it down, but it's kind of bad to hold on to it. Alright, well, we know he can't use his trap card to stop us this time. Do we crash? I think I'm gonna. I don't like crashing here, but because it's a fusion material, we're gonna give it a bash. Dragon's Fortitude in this deck? Okay. That's kind of whatever, though. Back it up and throw it down, baby. Make it rain on it. Okay. Dragon's Inferno pops the card that you know that I searched. So he's basically just set my skill back a turn. Then he summons out Battle Tested. Oh, he's going to attack us directly. Oh, for God's sake. No, yeah, he is. No, wait, what? Did he just use its effect? He did, and he didn't have a... Oh, okay, he's going to kill us with this. Is this enough? Yeah, this will be enough. 1600 off means 13. Yeah. Alright, we'll have this replay as well. I feel like we're losing to, like, really stupid shit. Like, I feel like we haven't really been playing bad. We're just dying to, like... I mean, to be fair, again, his deck shouldn't exist, right? I need your stream playlist. It's just a collection of OSTs. Yeah, I mean, this is literally just, like, a bunch of music that we like. How have we lost 3 games in a row, man? Like, how did that happen? We were on a rank-up game. Again, I don't think we've made any mistakes. I think there was, like, the Tarask play in one game we could have done a little bit differently. Other than that, I stand by all the plays that we've made. I was going to say this has been a collection of really rough matchups. Again, we should be pretty good into Gaia, and we should be pretty good into Dark Galaxy. The issue is we're not drawing very well. Our opening turns keep being, like, set, like, a bunch of crap like this pass, which is just not good enough against a deck that can get at you with a load of big piercing guys. And like it's like we said against, I don't think it was Rank Referee, I think it was the guy after Rank Referee. The guy that just attacked our 0 defense. It was like, well, if you attack either of the others, we take significantly less damage. Okay. Well, this is not ideal. I think we do summon out the Drillzard, because this will turn on the skill. And I think just turning on the skill is worth it. I think we're just going to grab Fusion. Maybe I should have grabbed the... But doing it like this way means that I now have, like, 2 cards that he has to, like, chew through. Right, so this is probably going to be like a Matarian card. Yeah. Right, let's see what he's got. I don't know why Konami insist on this massive window between ban list and implementation. Yeah, it is really annoying. Because the thing is, like, this is a change that should have happened at the end of the last GRF. And it's like, the fact that we're only now getting it, and we still have to wait, like, 2 weeks is so annoying. Like, basically, we've had, like, an extra month of this that we shouldn't have had to deal with. Get a structure deck for sure. It's been a while. October 2024. I mean, yeah, it would be nice to get an extra structure deck. I think it's almost guaranteed that we're getting one at this point. Konami making fake formats will always piss me off. We know worms are good, just not in this fake format. The thing is, I don't even think worms are bad in this, like, fake format. It just comes down to, like, RNG. Like, if we, for example, there, had enough to, like, build a strong board... Saying that, we built a strong board in the first game and we lost to Widespread Ruin. So it might literally just come down to, 1, don't draw like ass, and 2, just don't... Your opponent just needs to not open their legend. Is this Mega Man? I mean, this is Forbidden Memories. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. Alright, pop the monsters. I believe in you. I believe in you to make the right decision. Pop the monsters. There we go. Bro knows what he's doing. Activate battle tested. Probably go into Dragon Champion here, right? Yep. Summon out the 14. See, bro, this guy knows what he's doing. He's playing correctly. Dragon's Inferno. Pop a back row. I guess in a way I'd rather that. Right, keep that in hand. Make that a monster. Volt Condor, Rider Cross, Ace Breaker, Dark Magician Girl, Blue Eyes, Cyber Dragon, Dark Galaxy Hero. Ow. See, this is the issue. We're now down to 1,000, and we're very unlikely to survive if he just makes Conqueror of Champions. Jeez. Okay. We'll go Tarask. Activate Tarask. We'll send this Mill 3. There goes the negate attack again. I'm gonna have to normal summon that at some point. We still don't have good cards in the graveyard. Is my... Alright, Tarask again. I don't think we win this, though, either way. We still don't have good normals in the grave. How? We just built 6 cards and we still don't have what we want. Yeah, I think this is a loss, guys. Just because he just makes anything, right? He just has a TSA or has, thingy, and we just lose. Right, we'll activate the effect. Bring this back for now. And do I just tribute both immediately for this? What does that do? That doesn't change anything, right? I could summon this, then tribute. Use the effect, bring it back, fuse again. Or fuse for only once. Sure. Summon this out. Activate the effect. Bring this back. Activate the fusion. Go into this by using this and this. Is there a reason to not pop? We're already on 1,000. If we get this guy down to 24 and he gets a 31, that doesn't matter. I think we are going to do this. Oh, we'll just get rid of these 2 jackasses. Get out of here. Alright, so it's Slime. The issue is, again, all he needs is a battle tested and we're just dead. There's nothing we can do about it, so... The ban list notice period is longer than both OCG and TCG, and in those, people actually need to work around acquiring real cards. It's really silly. Could be a coding thing. It seems simple, but Konami guys aren't known for having good tech guys, as shown in Worlds. I mean, he knows this is Fusion. And if we're dead, yeah, just TSA. Just TSA. So we're just dead to anything now. That's what, 18 off of this puts it down to 12, or 16 off this puts us down to 9. So if he just uses it on that and like summons out Curse of Dragon, we're dead. I mean, we'll wait out. He might not have it, but he's almost certainly just killed us here. The issue is we just take too much damage too quickly. Like, we're down to 1,000 already and we're not seeing any trap cards to protect us. Hold. Hold. This is why you don't surrender until you know they have lethal. Well, I mean, he's turned off our fusion, so we're not doing that. Do we even have a gantry in the graveyard? We actually don't have a gantry. Both of our gantries are still in the deck. Gambling is really stupid. We attack over that as 15. If we... Well, we know he's got slime. That was the other issue. We know the delay was slime. So we have to play this in such a way where we try and force out the slime without getting absolutely more. Alright. If we summon this, activate the skill, do we have another one of these engraved? Of course we do. How do we... So we got 2 of these and 2 thingy in the graveyard. That's so annoying. Alright. Shovel on. What is that delay? You can't have... Oh, is that trap hole? Bro has trap hole as well. Alright. Give me this. We've got to play around trap hole now, for God's sake. Activate peaks. We'll go ahead and activate Bill Dragon. Bring back Drillzard. We'll then set 1, set 2. Go to battle. So this will force out the slime. So we'll still die to a Matari infusion, but we shouldn't die to a Gaia fusion, depending on if he hits the 50-50. Because if he makes Conqueror of Champions, he could just pop our trap card and then just attack over and we're dead. No matter how we did this, we couldn't get rid of the slime unless we at least left this guy out. Which meant we always died to Conqueror of Champions anyway, so getting out the Drillzard didn't change anything at all. This is literally now going to come down to, is he going to win the 50-50? He knows what the middle one is. He has no idea about the other two, so it's just random. He just needs to pick whichever one. Ah! Come on! Can I just get a little bit of luck today? Just a little bit of luck! Bro, I cannot wait for Gaia to be gone. Take this deck out behind the shed, bro. Just get rid of this crap. I mean, it feels bad that we had to play a 50-50, but, like, he had Trap Hole Slime down. Like, there was nothing else we could do there. Why are there so many Dark Galaxy players? I suppose because the skill's like kind of new. Right, it's got the Zuijo event on. And once again, we have a really, really bad hand for this. The issue is, if I put anything in defense, it has 0 defense. Like, except this. I could activate this and slam down some attack guys. I could put these 2 on the field and attack. But then if he doesn't have piercing, we're just taking bonus damage for no reason. And no matter what, both of these 2 are going to have 0 defense either way. Activating Tarask here doesn't do anything. So I think, since we're going to have something in defense anyway, we might as well. I want to keep a normal monster in hand as well. It's literally like, do we play around him having a bunch of piercing, or do we play around him not having piercing, right? Apparently, it did not matter, so this was always the correct decision. Well, I suppose it could not. It could still not be. I mean, the difference is what, 300 versus 15. Balls check. Hello, Ray. Not behind the shed, lol. I'm so unbelievably sick of Gaia, bro. Just get rid of it. Like, playing on ladder and just having to play against 100 Gaia players back to back to back to back is just like, come on. Everyone knows the deck is unfair. Everyone understood. I mean, to be fair, if he attacked that one, I still would have lost, like, pretty much the same amount of life points, so it's whatever. That doesn't really do anything. Losing the field spell already feels quite bad. I mean, we could just get the field spell back to our hand with this. I don't think I need you to really have another one on the field anyway. Right, let's go Tarask. Activate the effect. We'll get rid of the drag line. We'll grab back Peaks. Go ahead and activate Peaks. I think once again, it is not worth going for the fusion here. So we are going to go summon Pylon. Tribute both of these. Summon out the boy. We do have another one in Grave. We could just do that. That's probably worth. Activate Dragline. Go 1, 2, 3. Now, that was totally a better play here, wasn't there? Yes, there was 100% a better play here. Oh, we misplayed real bad here. And we also probably shouldn't have added this either, but it is what it is. The play would have been, instead, we could have used Build Dragon to get the Pylon, fuse the 2 together, then use Dragline to get this out, and then we could have popped both of these and had all of this, which just would have just flat out been better in every single way. But it's fine. We haven't actually used Dragline that much. Like, even in the testing we've done, Dragline's effects has just straight up not been a factor. So, like, this is still kind of the learning experience. Five stream streak? My reward is the joy it brings to my heart. I never seen you overjoyed while playing him, only complaining. Listen, we all complain here. That's the way of the world. Could we have won? Yeah, we absolutely could have just OTK'd in there. I'm not missing anything, right? We do that, get that out. I would have needed a normal summon. Did I normal summon? I think we could have. I don't know. We might not have had a normal monster to normal summon to search the fusion. No, we must have done, because we did search the fusion. Yeah. Is this Rush Rivals? It is most certainly not. Okay, it didn't matter anyway. I think we did massively misplay there. I think we could have just killed him in that last turn. Hello, by the way, Paco. How is it going, my friend? No Dark Galaxies. Dark Galaxy bros have been farming us today, Paco. We've been drawing like crap against them. They just, like, slip in for, like, 3,000 damage just randomly, and then we're like, oh god, now anything just kills me. Kira 19. Oh no, don't tell me this is Kira. Well, they are playing dragons, it could be. Finally got my odd eye support, yeah? Nice, X-Charge. Congratulations. Normal summon Sefildra. Sets a monster. This is like, this is a fucking, like, 2004 ass board. Jesus, this hand. Can you give me something to work with, Pot of Greed? I mean... Right. Pylon. Activate the skill. I'm just gonna search the boss. Because, like, otherwise I just don't do anything. Do I even want to get rid of the other pylon right now? Probably. At least this way we get most of the hand empty, and it means we're now set up to do a drag line for next turn. And I think we're actually going to crash with Shovelon as well. Well, just walk into a widespread, and it just didn't matter anyway. Nah, we'll attack into this. I didn't need this in attack mode. Okay. So nothing really changes. If we had crashed, we both would have been down a monster. This wasn't clearing anything anyway. It's dragons anyway. I probably shouldn't have put Drills on attack mode anyway. The other thing is his skill is also online now. Oh, and it's pre-nerf skill as well. Bro. No, I'm not playing against this. Fuck that. I'm not... Oh, I hate so much. I hate so much that the skills, we know they're getting nerfed and we're not playing against them. I hate it so much. I hate it actually so much. Because I'm like, my brain's already adjusted to the new version of the skill. Bro, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so... Konami, just update your game! Maybe he didn't have a boss. I literally don't care. I literally do not care. I don't want to play against it in pre-nerf form. I already hate the dragon deck as is. It's so cringe. Ooh, this is... I think that's the issue, is like ladder just isn't fun. Like, especially when we know that the skills are getting changed. And it's so much worse knowing that Konami know the skills are shit and then are still not changing them yet. So we're like in fake format ass town and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's like, just change it, Konami. Just update the game. It's not hard. Why do we have to wait 2 weeks? Elemental double extraction. Oh, Jesus. We're playing against insects. Turns off the back row. Ancient Gear Golem turn 1. Oh boy. Well, that goes half my life. Is this just over? Is this actually just over? No, we're fine. Alright, we'll go Tarask. Activate Tarask. We'll send this. Grab this back. Wait, have you actually... No, you turned off the correct one for me. Okay, this kind of works out. I think here we'll go Tarask again. Grab this back again. Watch his back row actually stop my build dragon. I'm going to call it now. Tribute both to summon. Okay. We'll summon out the Shovelon. Activate the skill. Grab Blistopia. Activate. Bring back Pylon. Activate Fusion. Go 1, we'll go 2, summon it out. So we can't use its effect. The question is, do we use Talismanic Seal Array? The only reason to use TSA is if he has a very specific trap card that stops him from getting killed. I think we'll just go battle and just, you know, if he's got the Legend Trap, he's got the Legend Trap. Alright. That's us done with that. It's the same thing with Resonators, running the Void Ogre, which literally makes them impossible to get through due to the extra negate. Yeah, depending on the deck, like, Resonators basically makes like 5 interruptions, which is like so disgusting. Like, again, I play Dino, so like it's not too bad for me, but like still. I mean, the barrier would be fine. I wouldn't mind the barrier. Like, losing my guy kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Biomech Mantis. Legend Gem in a 0 gem free-to-play deck? I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. Do we know this is a 0 gem deck? He's just playing insects. He might not be a 0 gem. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't want to lose my back row and my... I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter. Like, losing the back row is like, it's annoying, but it's not going to change the outcome of this attack. If he redraws that Ancient Gear Golem, though, that could just end the game. Wait, are you putting that on Shovelon? There's no such thing as Legend Trap, just Highlander cards from free packs. Ow. Ow. Okay. Alright. Just give me the bare minimum. Okay, thank you. Pot agreed. We actually don't have a normal monster to normal summon, so we can't actually get fusion unless we mill 3. I mean, it's just lethal with fusion, so I guess we will be milling 3. Give me my fusion. Summon. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon out the boy. Activate the effect. Bring back Pylon. Tribute both. Summon out Gantry. Activate Gantry. Bring back Bill Dragon effect. Bring back Pylon. Activate Fusion. Make Bill Dream. See, where was like these hands when I was playing against good decks, bro? It's like we play against the meme deck and like suddenly... I mean, to be fair, even against the meme deck, we lost half of our life points on turn 1, which is like really not what you want to be seeing. Check the deck. Negate attack! He had both the good traps. Triple TSA as well. Only the 1 copy of Rampage. I mean, obviously this is not a good deck, but he still had all the... He had all the tools he needed. And now we will queue into... probably Gaia Matarian again. Would be my guess. Oh, no, it's gonna be pre-nerf dragons. Pre-nerf dragons, by the way, is so unwinnable for Worms. Like, it's actually so unwinnable. Because the issue is we don't play back row hate in this deck. Well, not in this version of the deck, at least. Like, something had to give. Alright, screw it. We're just gonna go aggressive. We'll go peaks. The way I look at it is, this is so downhill for us, this matchup, that there's no real reason to, like, play it any other way than, like, just go for it. Because if we try and play the slow game, we lose anyway. So we might as well just go aggressive where we can. Summons out a painter. Okay, okay. That is a-okay, my friend. I do not mind you taking my Picklon. I mean, that is a way to get a play going. He's only got one back row. Do we just go for it? Right, we'll normal summon Pylon. Activate the skill. Send this. Grab this. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon this out. We can then activate your effect. Might as well bring you out. Then we tribute you and you. Summon you. Activate your effect. Bring you back. Activate the fusion. Make this by using this and this. Activate your effect. Pop this and this. Activate this again. Normal summon. Swing over. Okay. If that back row was a legend trap, we would have been so unbelievably punished. But it wasn't, so we're fine. Sure, we'll save that. Why not? We're going to need some sort of replays. I think, again, we had to pull the trigger there because in a elongated game, we just get absolutely destroyed. We get absolutely destroyed. My opponent on Gaia forced a DC because he lost on board, and it didn't count as a win. Oh, that sucks, bro. How do you even force a DC? That's my next question. Well, I suppose it's not really too surprising, really. Like, I mean, Duel Links isn't, like, the most technologically secure game, really. Hey, we're back on a rank up. That's at least something, I suppose. We're probably against Gaia Matarian. Right. I think we just have to set everything here. The one, like, annoyance is if he has battle tested and then just rams the middle one. That's always the most annoying thing. Just lose with dignity? I mean, I'd rather not lose. That would be the ideal. Chivalrous Celerity. Setting 5 against this is really good. I mean, it can be. The issue is, like, if he just makes, like, Assura Star plus, like, battle tested, that makes it very difficult for me. I mean, losing back row's never great, but I'd rather lose back row than lose front row. So, like, I'd much rather be against this than Assura Star. Plus, he's already spent his skill. Oh, we've got to keep Shovel on. Is neat. Doesn't really do a ton. I mean, do we just set again? He's just going to keep popping my back row, though, is the issue. Does that matter too much? Maybe not. Like, if I summon out this, I could get Bill Dragon, activate this. Bill Dragon's still only... Like, it's not big enough to clear this. So no matter what, I can't clear this. I think the play is literally just this. Which doesn't feel great, but, like... At the moment, he hasn't got any piercing. Like, realistically, what's the other option? It's like, go Bill Dragon, walk over Curse of Dragon, pass. I mean, we could Gamba with Picklon, but, like... Yeah, so we're going to take half our life points here, because all of our guys have 0 defense, and we don't have... Well, he's going to just pop our back row, because what else is he going to do? At least search the boss for next turn. The issue is, if we search the boss, we have to leave a 100 attack monster in attack mode. So, like, how... That doesn't work. Unless we just want to die. Because, like, if we did that, we put this in attack mode, right? We know he's going to pop this. He attacks over for 31, and then he attacks over for 32. And then we just die. Yeah, you can only use the skill if you normal summon a normal monster. So, like, we couldn't even just flip this and leave this in attack. Ouch. See, now, this is where it sucks, because we've lost half of the ways we have to survive against a direct attack from Conqueror of Champions. Okay. We've now got 3 back row to chew through. Jesus, where are the good cards in the deck? We haven't found any of the bosses. Alright. We'll go to Rask. Still no bosses in the graveyard. I mean, we could just go to Rask again. There wasn't really a negative for doing so. Because we're not going to be drawing any cards, so even if we mill negate attack, it was never going to be in our hand anyway. Right, there we go. That's finally in the graveyard. We have to... Nope, that was the wrong button. Well, I was meant to click this. We did not. Go get him, champ. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, right? Like, realistically, all he needs is battle tested to kill. And even if we did our whole line there, like, we could pop both of his monsters, attack the last one, but he's still got 3 back row. Like, we're not winning that game, realistically. Yeah, we just... That game we just did... We just drew like ass. We just drew like absolute ass. Oh, and it's bloody dragons again. I hate playing against dragons. Especially with worms. Like, it just feels like this is so one-sided. But I just have to get lucky to win. And we're not even going first. I mean, we might as well summon this. We'll go ahead and just... I think we'll just add the fusion here, right? Set everything else, go to battle and swing. And then we'll pass. We are back. Is it just me, or does Worm rely on too many cards to make something happen, and you need them all present to even think about doing much? I mean, kind of. That's always been, like, the weakness, right? Because if you think about it, we have got Dragline, and we have got Gantry, which do technically give you access to more of those cards that you need. But the weakness has always been that the skill only gets you the field spell or the fusion spell. It doesn't get you both. And that, like, really sucks. The issue now is he has 3 back row for us to chew through. which is really annoying. We also don't have access. Right, we'll do this. We'll go Picklon, activate the effect. Probably don't need you. Yeah, unfortunately didn't get me what I needed. Okay. I mean, I can fuse these two together. Gets me this guy. We don't have one in the graveyard, so getting him out is pointless. So... probably just summon. See if he has a back row to stop it. He doesn't. We've got two of those at the moment. We'll go Pylon. Activate. 2/2, get that, use the effect, get that, do that, and then I'll end up with that anyway. So I don't think I give a shit about Princess Pylon here. Grab Peaks. Activate Peaks. Does it matter? Not really, because I'd need it after everything else anyway. So we're going to tribute both of these. Summon this, activate the effect. Bring back this. Activate the effect. Bring back this. Activate the fusion. Let's go for this. Go ahead and activate the effect. Just get rid of both the defense position monsters. Nothing else really matters, because this isn't going to be a lethal amount of damage anyway. I mean, we have, like, some follow-up, but, like, he's playing dragons. We're probably just going to die. Okay, so he's got... I mean, it could be the guard, but it's almost certainly just slime. Get him down to 2,000. So now he uses the skill, grabs both the cards that he needs, goes into his big fusion play, reduces the attack of both my monsters by 15, attacks over both, and then it comes down to has he got the rest of it. To be fair, dragons have to draw a boss, so it's not everything. I mean, you say that like dragons don't very, very, very easily draw a boss. As I think we're about to find out. Like, we're probably dead this turn. Look at how many cards are in his hand. If we had trap cards, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we're in an okay position, but we haven't got any back row. Alright, so this is going to be what? 15 plus 2,000, so that's 3,500 damage just on board. So he needs, what, 25? So one more boss or two 15s? It's got two back row as well, so one could be like a TSA. As predicted, the game is over. This is why I don't like playing against dragons, bro. They just click yellow button and win the game. Like, it's so ugh. Custom hand? I mean, again, if he just had like two 15s or two 14s, he also just wins the game. He just needed any two normals and any boss, and he just had lethal. I think he found a boss. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's not difficult. They play like 5 bosses. They should have like multiple bosses in hand most of the time, right? No one plays the 1500 normal. We literally just played against someone playing the 1500 normal. And we're playing on ladder, where people play whatever. Cog ladder is just Gaia and Dark Galaxy. I mean, that's pretty much all we're playing against as well. We've had like 3 dragons, and then 1 insect. Then everything else has been Dark Galaxy and Gaia. That's not a good hand. I mean, maybe we'll be okay. There's always a chance, right? There's always a chance everything will be fine. Alright, let's see what he's got. Well, he plays badly. Yeah, but you gotta remember, we're playing in, we're playing on the ladder, right? So you have to play around ladder players and what people are doing on the ladder. Like, we're not expecting these people to be, like, top-end tournament players. Gaia is dead, just give up and let me test decks. That's basically how I feel. I'm just like, can we just play the meta properly? Do we have to, like, keep living in the past? That's... I mean... We'll summon this. I think we will just go ahead and do this. Do we even need this? Do we even need this, though? Starful Morning, thank you for the raid. Tribute 2. Bring something back. I'd have that on the field anyway, which means I kind of want to summon this. Let's get rid of this. I'll grab this back. But welcome, welcome. You've caught us playing some... okay, we'll do this. We'll go Picklon, activate Picklon. We'll send this, draw a card. Caught us playing some Rush Ladder. Go ahead and tribute both of these to summon this out. Flip over Peaks. Activate to bring back Shovel on. Are we close to lethal? This is 29 plus 38, which is 67. We can reduce him down by 800, down to 600. But we can't, because we don't have cards in the graveyard. Dang! That would have been a really cool play to do, but we physically can't do it, so it is what it is. I guess we'll attack with this because it's safer. Watch this be like, yeah, Recital. I was literally about to say, watch this be Recital. I mean, you can't play around everything. Can't play around everything. Hello, Zeno. Welcome, welcome on in. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. We have had a very tumultuous time on this ladder, where a combination of, like, us drawing really bad and us just just not liking the Gaia decks we keep running into. I mean, sure, we're just gonna set, go to battle, give him a cheeky slap. Oh, Recital 2. Recital the Third? It was Recital the Third. Doing alright, just got to cog with worms. Nice, 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 nice. We are having a rough time of it at the moment. We did some testing off stream, and the worms were performing amazingly. And now that we're playing it on ladder on stream, we are drawing terrible hands constantly. We're getting absolutely bullied by Gaia players, just getting like random massive chunks of damage in and then finishing us off. Hello, Acceleration Gate. How are you doing, my friend, as well? How did the tournament go, by the way, Gate? I couldn't play in it, which was a shame. Because I really wanted to play it, because I really enjoyed all of the sessions that I've joined so far. What are we doing here? We've already used the Gaia. Well, did we get greedy? We tried to just mill into... We've added Serpainter. Why are we adding Serpainter? Okay. All good, my bro. It was a fun tournament. 7 different decks in top 8. God damn. What was it? Like, what? I mean, I don't know if you have all 7 decks currently good to go, but, like, I'm really curious as to, like, what that looks like. Because I thought the meta was pretty good to begin with. Like, Resonator is kind of a pain, but, like... As like a Dino one-trick, I'm always have, like, this really weird outlook on tournaments, right? Because for me, the decks I usually lose to is, like, Tri-Brigade, which I think is a deck most other people just don't have problems with. Yeah, just don't ask me who won it all. We don't need that information. That's not important. I mean, if I stop this... I kind of need cards in the graveyard. But if I don't stop this... This is actually really awkward. I have both of these, but they're not live because we don't have enough monsters in the grave. So I need monsters in the graveyard, but I need this guy to survive. We've already used the search to search him, right? I believe we already did that. We have no way to get him back, so I think I have to do this. Oh, this is like the most awkward. Okay, the problem has been solved. Don't worry, everyone. We have figured it out. We will simply put more cards in the graveyard. Nothing else of this really matters. So we should have 5 in the graveyard now, which means we can just... Oh, well, we haven't normal summoned a normal monster, so we're not going to bring the other one back. That'd be really, really silly. But we can go Talismanic Seal Array, put the rest of these back in the deck. Reduce your attack down. Set this. Go to battle. Swing over. It's your last card. What is it? What is that card? Is it going to be like... It is! It's Fortitude! I was like, is it going to be Fortitude? And it's not enough to save you. Is this a... Oh, I guess it's because it's part of the structure deck, right? I'm sure it must be part of the structure deck. You played Joey's deck before? If we're talking about... Like, which version of Joey's deck are we talking about, I suppose, is the next question. That was a reasonable good showcase of our own deck. At least, like, when we don't do the fusion stuff. Because there's, like, there's Red Eyes, then there's, like, Flame Swordsman. I'd like to play in some speed tournaments one day, but I'm Dragon Maid one trick. I mean, Dragon Maid it's slipping down a bit now, but it was doing really, really well. For a while there. I don't want to learn when to break combos. Yeah, that's always the actual intimidating part. It's the... it's not about learning your own deck, it's about learning everyone else's deck. That's actually the hard part of getting into speed, in my opinion. Last Gamble, Wild Tornado is the real Joey deck. Red Eyes. I don't really play Red Eyes. I haven't really played Red Eyes in any form. Because Red Eyes has had so many different forms over, like, all the different forms of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But I've never really been much of a Red Eyes player. Alright. Well, we're just going to have to set everything. And then just pray that he doesn't just absolutely obliterate me with piercing. This, I think, is the weakness of the Worm deck. Which is, a lot of your guys don't have very good defense. So if you don't get going very early, you can get absolutely bullied by piercing. Like, that's the real big issue. That's not what I was expecting. Imagine we lose to this, by the way. Sure, you can take these guys. Boss monsters. Sure, we'll summon that pylon to turn on our skill. We'll send you, grab you. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon. Oh, he's got Trap Hole. That's actually really bad for us here. Oh, that stings. Okay, that's fine. Alright, Peaks of Blastopia. It just means he's set us back a turn. Watch for... What back row could he have here that would be really annoying? What back row has he got? That's got to be Slime? I think that has to be Slime, right? Magical stream, please don't hit my good back row. We might just never get to resolve a legend today. Or at least a legend trap. Polymerization? So first off, he opened trap hole and poly. Oh my Christ, it's actually... What is the skill? What skill is bro playing? Ow. Well, we're down to next to no life points. Him sniping that negate attack was actually ridiculously huge. Just losing the 50-50 like that feels so bad. Okay. We have no normal monster to summon. Doing that's kind of a waste of time. We'll go Tarask. Activate Tarask. Okay, that gets us the poly. Does anything else matter? Not really, I don't think. We'll go Picklon. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Activate Gantry. Bring out Bill Dragon. Activate Bill Dragon. Bring out Pylon. Activate Fusion. We go 1, we go 2. Into Bill Dream. Go ahead and activate it. We'll pop this and this. I don't think there's a reason to put this in attack position because we know he's got slime. So we'll swing over with this. We'll get him for that 25. Wait. What is that back row? It was live when he had a monster. There wasn't a delay, and I didn't see the hourglass light up. Quantum's Alter Camp, World Champ diff for sure. Is that actually ration gauge? I have no idea what that means. Oh, acceleration gate. Is that what you're going with? Is that an in-joke, a meme? One of those? Alright. Let's go again. We actually got to play against a spellcaster, which was neat. Here's the character of the red coat. This is Asana. She is head of the Mutsuba Construction Company. And she is a... Christ, what's the name? Like a construction cavalier or something? Going to Cog. We're not getting to Cog. Not today at the very least. I'll tell you that right now. We don't know what we're against again. I think we just have to play it safe, right? I don't think we can afford to just slam Gantry on the board here. Ooh. Okay. Essel into Clown. Into Gaia. Into Sword Dancer. Sends Cursed Dragon. Boost the attack of Battle Tested. Activate Battle Tested. Oh, didn't search the fusion. Did not search the poly. Guy the Dragon Champion. Set 1, set 2. Activate to get the piercing. Naturally, he will attack over my lowest defense. Yep. As foretold. We must take maximum damage against the Gaia deck. Okay. How lucky has he got with his back row is the next question. Because we can do quite a lot with this hand, depending on what he's got. Alright, let's go Tarask. Activate Tarask. We'll send this. Mill 3. We did not mill what we wanted to mill. But that's fine. We're going to summon out Drillzard here. Are we? No, I don't think we will. We're not testing for thingy is the only issue here. But I think it's fine. Grab out the Bill Dragon. Now we just need to hope that he doesn't have Trap Hole. If he has Trap Hole, there's not really anything we can do about it. Okay. Listopia comes down. Use the effect. We'll bring you back. Tribute 2. Summon up the boy. Activate. Bring you back. We got Drillzard. I guess we're bringing out Drillzard. Please die. Okay. The thing we needed to happen happened, so... Oh, I should not have attacked in that order, though. That was really silly. I suppose getting this off the board is still not the end of the world, because it means we have less damage to take. I was, like, so sure that that wasn't going to work. This is Legend of Dragoon Boss Battle 1. Don't turn off my back row! Stop I finally have back row! You can't just turn it off! That's not fair! Usually I don't have back row. Are we just dead though? Because he's probably going to make Conqueror champions. So that's 32. So he needs to find 300 damage. Yeah, still 300 damage shy. Sets a back row. Battle phase. Okay. So making the fusion... What does that get me? Just a bigger guy? I would then lose my field spell. If I end with a 29 on the board, I'm dead anyway to just any Matarian fusion plus the boost from the skill. So it doesn't matter. At this point, there's no reason to like play cautiously. The only thing to play around is the trap card that puts a card back into... Like, you could put that back. Well, I can't play around that properly anyway. Oh, I guess I could. Alright, we'll summon out Pylon. We'll grab the fusion. Activate the fusion. Summon this. Activate Gantry, bring this back. swing. Okay. So the reason we made the fusion there was in case he had Dragonic Resonance. Or what's the trap card called? Dragonic Fortitude. Dragon's Fortitude. If he had that, there was like not really a lot we could do there. So like we just made the biggest guy we could. Two sparks for game. I mean, literally. Starting to think that on top of everything else, that minus 300 nerf was justified. I mean, it's awkward, right? Because it's hard to know how it would shake out without the Matari and stuff in there, right? Like, it's... And not getting the free polymerization plus normal that is actually absolutely, unbelievably gonna change how that deck feels, right? Not being able to get 2/3 of a boss monster just immediately fundamentally changes how the deck feels. It's like it's hard to tell, right? It's really hard to tell. Every day it still stays legal, it should be another minus 100. Now that is true, 100% true. I can't use Build Dream Effect because he doesn't have 2 monsters. Yes, the whole point of getting out the bigger guy was just in case he had an attack reduction. So we just had a slightly bigger guy, right? Gaia won't be a threat after the change. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I think Gaia could still be, like, a playable deck, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near what it is currently. This is a really weird hand. I think this is to just hold the Bill Dragon angle. And we'll see what he does. I'm excited to learn worms this week. Is this Cavaltier? Could you stop? Why do people keep Ancient Gear Goleming me turn 1 when I have really piddly defense monsters? Okay, Pylon. Activate the skill. Send you to the grave. Give me this. Flip Tarask. Activate Tarask. Send this. Grab this back. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. If that back row is a legend trap, I am going to scream. I'll probably leave you. There was a delay. I felt that. Widespread Ruin. Okay, it was a legend trap! It was a... Ah! Bro's opening grip was literally like Ancient Gear Golem protected by Widespread, Barrage of Steel to pop something out of the way, maximum value, and then draws Pot of Greed for turn. Ah! Please don't look at my buffered slime. Disturbing the peace, look into my eyes. This song slaps. I love this OST. It's so good. It's so good. Now tell me the things you've been blabbing about behind my back. Kind of funny how without TSA you couldn't clear the golem. Yes. I mean, that's this deck in a nutshell. Why have you just summoned a shield boring Kong? The worst part is that it's 3,000 or higher. This is dealing 100 damage. So I have to do this, and this way I save 100 life. That's so annoying. Hey, we got a legend. Go, my legend. I mean... Could be worse, I suppose. Not having a back row kind of sucks, but I guess it is what it is. We'll go to Rask. To Rask effect. Can I please mill the cards I want to be milling? We could just grab the fusion here. But the issue is we're so low on life points that not having this feels like a liability. And we can just grab the fusion with the skill anyway. Right, we'll grab this back. We'll normal summon. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon out the boy. Go ahead and activate the skill and grab back the fusion. Then we will activate the effect to bring this back. Activate the fusion. We'll go 1, we'll go 2, summon this out. Go ahead and activate. And we'll get rid of probably just both these, I think. I'll see on 55. I don't know what the chances he has a high defense is, but we're going to take the risk. Put that back, and that back. No, I don't need that. Hey! I have no idea what this guy was cooking. You killed the Kong? What a monster. Kong deserves death. And they get pot. Jeez. I mean, it happens, right? Sometimes you're just not the protagonist. We've kind of known that we weren't the protagonist for a while now. We're like... So the greatest analogy I could make is that we're like Chumley, right? We're the Chumley of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. We're there. We exist. We have our moments. But for the most part, we fade into obscurity. Legend draw got buffed to let you add all legends first turn. God damn. That's powerful. Powerful buff. Will Poly be played in the new Light Galaxy deck? Oh, that is a good question. Maybe. Historically, no. But maybe. There's always a chance. There's always a chance. Because it does let you, like, save some resources. So... Potentially. Potentially. Does Tomato pay for cards in Duel Links? I have spent in total, I think about £40. I don't know what that translates to in dollars, but on Duel Links. Over the, like, since I started playing in, like, 2017. I've spent about that much money. So, yes, I do spend money. No, I don't spend a lot. And 20 of that was literally just finishing off my dinosaur deck. I mean, this is a really awkward start. This is really awkward. Okay. I can't just end with both of these in the hand, so something's got to go. Do we leave this? Or do we get this out? That's the next part of the puzzle. I think we hold this. Because this is really good follow-up for next turn. All we need to do is find any normal monster and we're good to go. Obviously, this is not ideal. But I think leaving both in hand is suicide. The nerfed Chivalry skill only beats 300 now, so even Gaia can't out-golem. I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, we're just gonna take our lumps here. Ow. Ow. And ow. Now, the issue is we're down to 34. positive spin, though, is it doesn't matter because we're not dead yet. So we have to summon out Shovelon. That activates our skill. So go ahead and use the skill now. We need to get a field spell, otherwise the deck doesn't work. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Then we'll go ahead and get Tarask out. Activate Tarask. Send the field spell. Grab back the field spell. That's filled up the graveyard with a bit of material. We'll then go Blistopia, and then what we're going to do is we're going to summon Gantry. He's going to flip over Trap Hole, and we're going to be really sad. All right, everyone? You ready for this? This is the prediction. We Tribute 2. Summon out Gantry. No delay. Oh, we were wrong. We were wrong this time. We'll go ahead and summon out the Bill Dragon. Activate Bill Dragon. We'll bring back the Shovelon. This is actually so unbelievably good. We've actually got all of our trap cards. Like, everything's going so well. I'm waiting for, like, the shoe to drop, right? We got a big board. We've got the full back row. We've got the field spell out. We've got both trap cards online. Something has to go wrong. Something has to go catastrophically wrong now. Gaia Bricked? Almost certainly. To me, any deck that can't out 3k monster without TSA is off meta. Well, it depends what you mean, right? Because this deck can out a 3k guy. You can just summon this. And then with a field spell, it's 34. And if he has 2 monsters, we can just pop them. So, like, you know, this deck can. The Santa count? Santa! We've literally seen you, Hikari, defeat giant monsters by making your guys huge. Imaginary Actor. Polymerization! So he's already used the skill. Assura Star comes down. So we're just going to randomly snipe back row, because we have no information to go off of. Actually, he knew there was a delay. So he knew one of these two was a trap card. I mean, I think we stop this because this stops us from going under 32. And depending on where he crashes this... Okay, yeah, we're fine. Like, that could have been a bit awkward. Snipe the new one. I mean, again, he knew there was a delay when he attacked the first time, so he should have known one of them was a trap. Finally, gold 5 after smashing every Gaia player on the way. What are you playing, Griffin? How is Gaia tier 1 when it bricks 10 out of 10 games? Tell that to the other pile of Gaias that we've been playing on our way up here. 2021 Chaos from Saudi Arabia. Zvijo. Okay, it's been a little while. We've had a little bit of a break. Oh, never mind. It is just a Gaia again. Okay. I will summon Shovelon. And then I'll set the other two. Just because, like, this might be... Oh, I should have set this. I don't know why we didn't set that. We were just, like, in our own little world there. But we summon the Shovelon in case of piercing, but, like, a lot of the time it doesn't matter anyway. Either way, this was, like, a massive misplay. We should have set this. Sylphildra. Good old 1500. I want to join Grand, but I can't play... Can play only 1 or maybe 2 rounds. Feels bad. Yeah, it's not ideal. American, what's the difference between a pound and a pence? So 100 pence is a pound. Okay, so summoning this in attack was definitely not the right play then. We just took 1100 for no reason. Sent Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress to the graveyard. Added the Poly. And added a Dragorite. Right. I mean, do we just go defensive again? Oh, what we should have done this first, because I want to just search the fusion here. We absolutely should have done this first, but oh well. It is what it is. I think we just still chill. Like, we need to find something, right? We need to find a boss monster, or we need to find the fusion spell card, or we needed to find it without using the skill, or we needed to find the field spell. We need something. We need something. I'll play tonight in Grands. I'll share after the tourney. I see, I see. On my soul, I brick every single game with this deck. Same, I have to work an hour after it starts. I can't pence you... Jesus. A Rush World... The Rush World is just too scared of us. I mean, it has more to do with your own schedules more than anything else. Okay, another Cursed Dragon comes down. Activate Chivalrous Celerity again. Boost that attack up. It's another 1100. 4 cards in hand, so only drawing 1 next turn. So he knows that's fusion, so he knows that's a trap card now. I mean, that's kind of everything we need. Activate. I don't think it matters. Grab this. Watch him, again, just like trap hole this and we'll just be really sad. Okay, no trap hole. Use the effect. I mean, are we just bringing this back? We could fuse. Is there a reason to fuse? I don't know if there is a reason to fuse right now. I think we're just going to get a shovel on out and sit on this. I think having more bodies is probably better for the time being. Maintaining as many back rows possible is also not bad here. This way is like, it's more resource efficient. Don't ruin my dreams of glory. Well, the way to get glory is just to, like, play and win, right? You don't need me to stifle that. Well, there's the TSA. Hope Rush Duels get Xyz soon, mostly level 4 Xyz. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. Would Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon be overpowered in Rush Duels? Well, the issue is Xyz summoning is basically just tribute summoning, but way better, right? Because it's tribute summoning without... I mean, do we stop this? Probably. It's tribute summoning without summoning or losing a card from your hand and not having bricks in your deck. So it'd just be, like, unbelievably good. Pot of Greed! Okay. We have a lot of stuff we can do with this, actually. Let's go Bill Dragon. We'll bring back Pylon. Activate Fusion. We'll go 1, we'll go 2. Summon out the boy. Then we'll summon... Tribute both to summon this. Activate the effect. That was a misplay. I mean, that's fine, because we can still make up for it with this. But I needed to normal summon from hand. That was the issue. We needed to normal summon this. That turns on the skill. Which gets me back the fusion. Let's make another one. We'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this. No, he's got slime. There was no way to play around slime. And if he's got a legend trap, again, there's nothing we can do about it. Xyz will feel like worse contact fusion in some cases. I mean, it depends, right? It depends on how the monsters are, right? Well, what the monsters are. Rank 6 Execute Turbo. Oh man, could you imagine? Has to be already a monster in Rush that has the same effect as Dark Rebellion, or at least similar. Rude. Don't just have that. Well, we got him down to 13. They're huge. I mean, they're pretty big. We'll take it. Alright, we managed to climb a whopping 2 ranks today. Woohoo. So that is going to be us done, unfortunately. That is bringing us to the end of the stream. But I do see that Happy Ryax is streaming, so we will go ahead and raid into him. But we did have a pretty good stream. It was a couple of ups, couple of downs, but that is always going to happen. Basically, we'll be back on Tuesday with probably more Rush. Hopefully, we'll have a better time than we did today. Although today wasn't actually that bad. I think it's just us being a big whiny baby. But I mean, you all should be used to that by now, realistically, right? You all should be used to that. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Make another Void Ogre, maybe? Oh, hot damn. Yo, Tomato, thanks for the raid, my friend. Thank you a shout out. What were you doing, buddy? Hey, True. Indeed. It's Throwback League. We're trying out stuff on Rush Ladder. Oh, cool. Was it